You are looking live at North Buncombe High School football field, where tonight the Maroon Devils will play North Buncombe. Hello, everyone. I'm Toby Burrell, along with Hall of Famer Coach Rod White, and we're here for the opening of the football season. And, Coach, it doesn't get much more exciting than this unless it's playoff football to get the first one out of the way.
Exactly, and it's a perfect night to play. We saw a little bit of rain on the way over here. It wouldn't hurt if it showered a little bit, but it's cooler over here, the wind blowing a little bit, and trying to keep everything cooled down. But it's great to be here with you, Coach Burrell.
We were out in front of the press box a little bit earlier talking, and there's a nice little breeze blowing. Temperatures are nice. It's not too hot. You know, when you get these August games, sometimes cramps are an issue, and it doesn't look like that'll be the issue tonight.
I don't know. That's the thing.
It's
according to what kind of conditioning and how much hydration these guys have got in them. I always just kind of wrote cramps off as a coach because you're going to get them.
Yeah.
Kids are out there. They're pushing harder than they do at practice. They're taking it to a different level. They got to play themselves into shape to some degree. So it always played a factor for us. We were hoping we would be good enough shape that we could get through most of the ball game without it happening. But you never know.
Well, Coach, it's the debut of Sherman Holt, the Maroon Devils' new leader, and it will be a different look for Maroon Devil fans in terms of the offense. There's some familiar names on there. Let's go through those right now. On the offensive line, they have 3 returning starters, but, Coach, they're all in different places.
They are. They've been moved around. Except for
well, that's the defensive line. So let's go with defense first.
Okay, all right, yeah. And Coach Holt, he's got 2 or 3 different ways he's going to do things up front there after being around him a little bit over the past couple of weeks and him bouncing stuff off of me and me bouncing it off of him. He's pretty much made up his mind how he's going to make this thing work, and it's going to evolve. It's going to be an evolution thing. But these young men he's got up front right there right now, He's trying his best to get them to get dedicated enough to it to understand their role out there, and that's a great thing for him to do. They don't have to be making tackles every down, but they do have to take care of business and do their jobs out there.
Well, let's take a look at them right now, and it's a very young defensive line with 3 sophomores. I think it's actually 2 sophomores and a junior and a senior. Nathan Bogdanovich is the experienced one coming back at that defensive end position, and he was an all-conference performer last year, so I'm sure they will be looking for him to lead that defensive line as they go through it. And then L.D. Luquire in the middle along with Grady Lewis will start out tonight, and Brandon Frost on the other defensive end. And all eyes will be on that interior up front right away as they face a tough North Buncombe squad offensively. Linebackers are a little bit more experienced. They have Lucas Sutton back there at linebacker, and Josh Collins will move in there a little bit, and then newcomer Blake Swain will also take over in the middle as well.
Yeah, they're starting to learn their roles out there also. At the beginning of it, they were like all young linebackers. They were overplaying everything, getting themselves out of position, but last week during the scrimmage, that they saw that from watching themselves play on tape and realized that. So they went back to work this week on, okay, I can't be everywhere all the time. Let me take care of what I'm supposed to take care of and then make as many tackles. If you show up here, I'm going to tackle.
Well, and they've got some big shoes to fill. Probably the biggest loss for the Maroon Devils, Carson Taylor at that linebacker spot, was an all-state performer and all-Western performer, so that's some big shoes to fill. Yeah. Secondary, there's some familiar faces back there as well, and then one that we've known for a while but hasn't played defense, and he'll be out there tonight. So let's take a look at our secondary, which will be headed out there by the Winchester brothers, Riley and Reese.
Riley
will be at corner, and Reese will be at free safety. And the other corner is Austin Jenkins, and then Gabe Lillard joins the defense at a strong safety position. And many people have said for a while that Gabe is a very good defender. He plays well out there.
He really is, and he sees it well. And he's a good tackler. He's a good open field tackler, and that's what they're going to need to be able to do. You know, there again, they're having to learn their roles, and that's what I like about what Coach Holt. Coach Holt is his own defensive coordinator, and so I know what that's like, being a head coach and a defensive coordinator at the same time. But he is trying to teach these guys true team defense, which means I've got a role to play out here, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make a play. But I may be making a play but just doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Right. So on the offensive side, though, Coach, it is a different look than our Marine Devil fans are used to seeing. It'll be all out of the shotgun, as I understand it. But it's a very familiar offense because they're going to run a lot of veer option out of that shotgun set, which should prove interesting. And the biggest twist, of course, coming that Gabe Lillard is now running back.
Yes, sir.
And Reese Winchester will be at quarterback.
Yes, sir. And it will all boil down to how well we play in the trenches and what kind of timing we have. Coach Cook, the offensive coordinator, you go out there, you listen to him talk to these players, and it's all about timing. It's about understanding what you're doing, and they've got a good fundamental. They very seldom go the wrong direction or anything like that. They've been schooled on it, but it's a matter of timing. This is a timing offense. You're going to see a lot of different trap movements. You're going to see a lot of motion out of it. They'll run some up underneath the center, but their timing comes better out of that gun.
Well, also in the backfield, moving to quarterback is Reese Winchester, who played wide receiver last year, and he will run the show. And joining him, of course, is returning Josh Collins back there. So the combo in the backfield of Lillard and Collins is a very dangerous duo for any team.
It really is, and they're starting to mesh back there. They're starting to understand each other's movements. When they get that snap clean and out of that gun, you'll see it. It's a timing type thing. Coach Holt and Coach Cook have come up with some nasty plays out of that thing where it is very, very deceptive. It's a coming type thing with these offenses nowadays, and you'll still see, like I said, you'll still see them run out from underneath center some, but most of it's going to be run out of that gun.
Well, the one thing that will have to evolve as the season moves along is the passing game. Reese Winchester, first year as a quarterback, but two receivers out there in Austin Jenkins and Keontae Graham will be rookies as well. They have not been out there a lot. The Marine Devils heavy losses in the receiving core from last year's squad. So those guys will feel their way along and rely on the running game to carry the load for a little while they develop into a passing attack.
Exactly, and Coach Cook's going to pull the passing game like you pull a knife in a fight. He's going to get you hung out as much as you can, get you hanging on this running game, and they use a lot of play action, and that play action is what makes their passing game gets receivers open then.
Well, Nathan Bogdanovich holds down the tight end spot where he played last year, and he is the proven commodity as a receiver. So I know that part of the Veer offense has the tight end heavily involved, and Nathan will be a big key in that. But the biggest key is probably going to be the offensive line, Coach, and what they do up front. That's one place where the Maroon Devils are pretty solid. They returned 3 starters from last year in Braylon Aldridge, Nolan Fisher, and Ben Payne.
Right. And
have added 2 very solid additions. But the key there is, Coach, they have moved all 3 of those to different positions than they played last year. Aldridge moves from guard to tackle. Fisher moves from tackle to guard. And Ben Payne moves from center to guard. Taking over at center is Insay Ufort.
Sure did. Yeah, what was interesting about that is about 2 days before the scrimmage last week, they moved him to center. And so watching him learn how to snap, step, he's got all the tools. They're being real patient with him, but he's getting that snap down. He worked on it hard this week of being able to move and snap at the same time, which if you've ever tried to do that, snapping to a gun quarterback or a pistol depth quarterback that's only about 3 or 4 yards behind you, it's a difficult thing to do without the ball just taking off on you. But they're starting to learn each other's patterns. They know who's going to be where and how quick they need to get somewhere to run these timing plays.
And a key thing to point out about Insay, I believe, Coach, is that what many people may not realize is he was going to play varsity last year as a freshman and injured his knee and was out for the season didn't even make it to the first game before he injured himself. Right. So he is a young man that they are very high on.
He's a load in there too, and he's strong. He and those 2 guards, during practice they talk to each other a lot. They refer to each other's footwork about, I'm leaving here. You put your foot right where mine's leaving from, and they do a lot of that at practice, and it's really helping them out up there.
And the other big addition on the right tackle side is Tyce Nadeau, who joins the team as a senior, but he's a big man.
He is a load.
And not only that, he is a very accomplished wrestler, and you know what that means in terms of offensive line work. When you get somebody who's a good wrestler, they know how the body moves.
He's got a good base to him. He keeps his feet wide. He keeps driving. He knows how to – he uses that leverage just about as good as any of them up there, and he's getting better.
Well, Coach, that's the two phases of the game, but as you know, there's a third phase, the special teams. We don't have any slides on that, but we will tell you that that's going to be a work in progress as well.
Constant. It will be, and Coach Holt has made mention several times that they're still looking for their right combination as far as the kicking game on what they got to do. Right now, they've got their quarterback; he's their long snapper. So
right.
but that happens a lot. That's not something that just you have to be a whole lot concerned about all the time.
Well, as you saw there, that snap did not get to Tyson Nadeau for the punt. So that gives you an idea of where we're at with that. But coming into this game, we got a pretty run-heavy offense with North Buncombe, very similar to the offense that we're trying to run.
Right.
So it'll be quite a test for the Maroon Devils in this opener tonight to see how they can handle that defensively. And as we said, this stuff's a work in progress, but we'll see how things go from the get-go here tonight.
You're going to see pretty much not mirror offenses from what little bit I got a chance to watch North Buncombe a little bit in some of their scrimmage. The offenses are going to be very similar, and it's just going to boil down to who does the better job of defending each other. Basically, both teams should be able to move the football.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Maroon Devils are going to head back to the locker room, and we're going to take a time out here. We're about 18 minutes away from kickoff, so stay tuned with us here on the Maroon Devils Network. We'll have all the action for you coming up shortly. And welcome back, folks, here on the Maroon Devils Network. And, Coach, first game jitters hits every coach pretty hard, but I have a feeling our good friend Sherman Holt's got an extra set of the jitters right now.
He does. I went down to the locker room earlier and just to wish him luck and talk to him a few minutes there. And, there's no way of hiding that in a coach. He and his entire staff have not been in this position, the position they're in right now. So it's going to be interesting for them. But those jitters will leave as soon as this kickoff starts and the machine starts working in your head about what you need to be doing.
Well, we're getting ready to have a national anthem here from the North Buncombe High School Band, so we'll take a break and we'll be back with the opening kickoff. And we're back, fans. Moments away. We're about 10 minutes away right now from kickoff. And, Coach, back to that jitters bit for Coach Holt. I'm sure he and his staff and the players as well getting jazzed up for this first game. It's a new look. It's a new set of uniforms, new coaching staff. Everything's brand new, so you got to be a little bit nervous about it when you open things up.
Let me tell you. You worry about, is there enough air in the football? You will worry about, did your players have all their gear? I mean, I used to put up checklists for the kids because they get a little bit distracted too, and all of a sudden some of them's left their shoes back at home, and that's happened before.
Gloves for me.
Yeah, yeah, and it was. You get in a situation where your mind's focused so much on the game itself. You got to take care of those little things, and there's a whole lot of them. I mean, the list is endless, and you just have to keep reminding yourself. Make lists, tape them up on doors. That's what I did on equipment room doors. Tees, kicking tees. Mm-hmm. Do we have all of them? What kind of shape are they in? Everything you might need, especially your first game's a road trip. When it's a road trip, you can't run back in the field house and get it.
No.
You better have it with you, or be playing somewhere where they might be able to help you out with something if you forgot it.
And they're working on the camera there, as you see the end zone camera for their huddle account, trying to get it going so that they can have video on the sidelines. Again, more of that detail like you're talking about in terms of trying to get that thing straightened out and ready to go. I tell you, though, one thing about the Maroon Nation, Coach, and you know it as well as anybody, they travel well. Look, there's our band making their trip over here, and we've not even started school yet. But that group got on a bus and came over here to watch some football support. Good crowd there from Swain again. And, folks, if you are in the neighborhood, make sure you come out next week for the Smoky game. Let's fill the stands and enjoy a night of football like these folks are going to do. Cheerleaders here as well, dressed out, ready to go. They've got the tunnel going. And so should be a good night for football.
It is. And this is a great venue they have here at North Buncombe. This is a beautiful place beautiful place to come play football. Got the synthetic field.
Yep.
And the last one of the last ball games when I was coaching, we were trying to decide what year it was on the way over here, and I'm still kind of fuzzy about what year it was. But we came over here and played, and they had just gotten this surface, and it was interesting because I believe it was the first time our kids had been on this newer type of synthetic surface rather than just a regular AstroTurf.
Well, and here come the captains out for the coin toss, and we'll try to get numbers and names to you on those guys here in just a second. When they make the turn and we can see numbers. There you can see the cheerleaders. They are a large crowd, Coach. They've got a big squad this year.
Yeah, they do. And the great thing about it is all, when at a 1A school, the more participants you can have, you know this as well as anybody. You've been coaching longer than I was. It's our young people need to be involved. They need to be involved in as many things as possible, and it's great to see this many young people involved. It really is.
So it looks like Blake Sane, number 22, Austin Jenkins, number 8, Ben Payne, 64, and Josh Collins, number 3. As you can see, the number's a little tough to tell. Collins is on the far right with the 3. It's wadded up under his shoulder pads. For the Blackhawks, it'll be number 4, Spencer Roan, number 10, Cameron Higgins, number 78, Ryan Norton, and number 7, Gabe Banks.
Yeah, you never know from week to week. Coach Holt, I overheard a conversation he was having with his players. Three of those guys are permanent captains for the Maroon Devils, and the coaches are going to choose one every week. They don't care who he is. It's a player they felt like it deserves it. That's working hard and doing the things they're asking him to do. And they're going to spread the love around a little bit among those players.
Looks like North Buncombe's won the toss. We'll see what they go with.
Probably be deferring. Let's see here.
If that's the case, Maroon Devils will go on offense first. North has won, and they will receive. So the Maroon Devil defense will be on the field first. And we're almost ready for kickoff. As we do, we'll take a short break right here and come back for the opening kick. Welcome back, fans, here on the Maroon Devils Network, and it is our pleasure to be bringing you Maroon Devil football and all Maroon Devil athletics once again for another season in glorious high definition, Coach. It doesn't get much better than that.
It does not. It's a beautiful picture right there. If you see it on your screen, this is great. It doesn't get any better than that, and it's football season again, folks.
And we should say that Gary Ayers will be back with us next week. He was unable to attend tonight. That's why I'm filling in for him. So don't get worried that I'm going to be the permanent person right here. I'm not. That's the Hall of Famer, and he'll be back with us next week. It looks like Riley Winchester, is going to do the kick.
Okay.
For kicking off purposes.
Yeah, I know they've tried several different things. Each kicker does something a little bit different. Coach Holt. Like you said, it's a work in progress, and he's trying to establish some things with this kicking game that will kind of take advantage of some people.
Spencer Roan is back deep for the Blackhawks. He's number 4. And looks like back there with him is 22 Hayden Burnett. And we are almost set to get underway. The 2022 season for the Maroon Devils set to begin. Winchester checks the sides, and we're off. That's Burnett. He's got a seam, but quickly sewn up there by a whole host of Devils. Looks like 28 Cole Weichel, 40 is Mason Cochran on the tackle.
Yep.
And now it'll be 1st and 10 Blackhawks to open up on their own 34 to begin play. And we've set the starters for you on offense and defense. And so you know who's out there for the Maroon Devils. I'm sure we'll see some subs along the way, but it's the standard 4-3 defense right now. That's what the Maroon Devils will employ for now. We'll see as the season goes on what that amounts to. Under center of the Blackhawks, and they've got number 7 is their quarterback, Gabe Banks, and he's a big fella, Coach.
Yeah, that formation you saw right there was a completely loaded backfield, 2 tight ends, and all of them standing in there foot to foot. It's a power move. They pick up about 5 on first down. That's just something. That's part of their package. If anybody knows anything about them, that's to get them a little bit of breathing room, and they'll start moving it around a little. They're going to go back to the same formation. We're going to see what they're going to run, some type of wedge blocking, or they'll run some kind of veer out of it.
And already
LD's probably got a broken helmet or something.
Having to come out. The tackle on that play was made by Grady Lewis, number 57 for the Devils. So right off the bat, LD Luquire has to go off the field. Not sure what that's about. Nolan Fisher replaces him in the middle. And the Blackhawks again under center with a straight T formation. Everybody ends tight. Going to try to just run it down the Maroon Devils' throat. We got a flag on the play.
Yeah, I believe we may have been offsides right there. We may have jumped. He gave us a little bit different count. And and if you'll notice, Coach Holt worked on that this week about getting as many as 6 defensive linemen up there, and those linebackers and even the secondary walked down within about 6 yards of the football.
Luquire back on the field for the Maroon Devils after the penalty, so he didn't even miss a play, just the penalty. It will be 1st and 10 Blackhawks as they are on their own 44-yard line now following the penalty. So 1 5-yard run and a 5-yard penalty, and it's a first down.
And come back out in the same formation, 2 tight ends, full house backfield. Power dive by the fullback, straight up the middle, just driving his feet. wedge blocking. That's wedge blocking. What I mean by wedge blocking, if you've ever seen it before, they literally all those offensive linemen step towards each other. They step towards the center, and they get their shoulders together side by side, and they drive their feet. They don't care who's there or what's there. They're just driving their feet.
Frost and Sutton in on that tackle. And you see Coach Holt over on the sideline calling D, as you said.
Mm-hmm. He's trying. He's going to try to get a little bit of a movement on him this time. And it's the right movement. It was the right movement. We just make this play right here. Make the tackle when you get to it.
Swain stood him up, and then it was Lewis coming along to clean things up and get him down at short gain, if any. But they are in Maroon Devil territory.
And right there, Coach Holt, he slanted the front right directly where the ball was going. And it should have been dead to begin with, but it's going to bring up third and about long 3.5.
Yeah, this will be a crucial third down here early in this contest. Quarterback sneak.
And they're driving. You can see the running backs coming up. All they're doing is diving into him, trying to push him forward. They're just trying to grind it down. Yeah.
Bogdanovich on the tackle on Sutton. It is a first down for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, they're challenging our defensive front right now to try to stop that forward push, and we've got a Bower next right here and dig in.
The Blackhawks all looking at their armbands on that one.
Same formation, full house backfield, 2 tight ends. Now they move. He's trying to long count us again, trying to get us into a 2nd and 5 situation. Or 1st and 5.
That's typical of a first game, though. Coach.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're going to have some of that, and this gives us a little bit of advantage if he wanting to stay in that front now, because it'll be a little tougher for him to drive for 15 yards out of that formation, but we'll see what he decides to do.
Yeah, the ball control offenses and 3 yards in a cloud of dust have a hard time when they get behind the chains.
Yeah, I think right here we'll see some kind of counter play. They're going to fake it one way and come back the other, and it could be as much as an option. And there you see the counter. Both guards pulling. That's a wing T play.
And they good gainer on it.
Yeah.
Swain and Winchester on the tackle.
Yeah, pull both guards to the right-hand side there, and anybody knows anything about wing T play, everybody blocks down, and those two go. One kicks out, and the other one turns up. 55 right now. He got his. He was one of those pulling guards, I think, or the tackle one. He's bummed up, though, right now.
So it was a gain of about 6. It'll bring up 2nd and 9. So the Blackhawks back on schedule, and now they've got an injury.
Yeah, he's hurt himself.
Elijah Keith out there. He's a senior for the Blackhawks, and he's down. He limped around just a little bit and then ended up going down when his teammates got around him there in the huddle. So
yeah, I think he kind of got rolled up on by the back as the back ran up in there, rolled up on the back of his legs. So,
well, we hope he's all right, and we'll take a break while they tend to him and be back with the action. So following the injury, it was Elijah Keith, and he was very ginger on one of his legs, so we hope he's all right. 8:16 remaining in the first quarter of play. The Maroon Devils, if you're just joining us, have not been on offense yet. The Blackhawks have had it, playing keep away with it here.
They sure are, and that's not a bad ploy by their coaching staff, is to say, let's not let Swain play with the football a whole lot. Well,
Yeah.
they're going to have to make some decisions here pretty soon. That's one of their key players that's out right there, and they may stay with that offense, with that full house backfield, 2 tight ends. It's OT formation, straight T formation that they're running. Looks like they're going to go right back with it right here.
Everybody bunched in the middle of the field in between the hashes.
Yeah.
And the Maroon Devils tight as well.
Power play, off tackle. Great job right there of stacking them up, not getting knocked off the football, maintaining the line of scrimmage, and they're just coming back, trying to run right back into the center of the thing. That's almost like a double isolation. He's got 2 blockers in front of him. Now we may see something a little bit different. They're bringing out one of the running backs, and we may see just a little, because it's third and about 7 right here, so we may see a little different look at them this time. We'll see.
Swain and Reese Winchester, rather, on the tackle, combining on that one, and it's third and rather lengthy, about 7.
Yeah, here we go. Now we'll go here. We'll see them split it into the wing T. Wing T set backfield. Counter fake. Quarterback rolling.
Good pressure from Lewis.
Great play.
Great nice play
over
out
here
there by
Collins. Collins was in coverage. That's where he wanted to throw the football, was in the flat to the back. They worked on that this week at practice. Once he realizes that quarterback is pulling it down to run with it, he turns loose of the coverage and comes on and gets him, knocks him out of bounds.
That's a loss on the play.
Yeah.
Puts them back at 4th and 10, and so we'll see if it looks like they've brought on the punting team, but the quarterback may be the punter.
Yeah, and that's a dangerous thing. When the quarterback's a punter, you got a wide side of the field like they got right now. They're in a situation here where I don't know if it's early in the season where they consider faking it or not, but they're running a spread punt formation, spread out up front. We'll see what he's going to do with it.
Josiah Gillespie back for the Devils. That's Collins. He takes it, heads upfield. Good blocking out there for him. Josh turns the corner, gets another block up near midfield, and he's spilled down at the Maroon Devil 44-yard line. So a return of about 25 yards for Josh Collins.
He is deceptive. Now, he's got real good feet, and he loves that kind of stuff right there, that open field running.
That will set the Maroon Devils up with excellent field position to start their first drive of the season on their own 43-yard line. And we've got 6:45 remaining in this one. Again, Reese Winchester, the quarterback. He's flanked by Gabe Lillard and Josh Collins.
We'll see some of this movement right here to begin with. Got a wing back set right there with Bogdanovich, and they may or may not use motion right here. There we go.
Lillard off tackle.
Off tackle.
Good run by Gabe, and he's across midfield on a gain of about 8.
Yeah, that's just kind of a bend back play they run. They block everybody down over there, and they leave that linebacker to decide whether he's going to try to run to the wide side of the field or stay put. And he didn't stay put that time, and that's what kind of yardage you get.
So short 2nd and 2 now for the Maroon Devil offense. 6:18 and counting in the first period of play.
Same set.
This time Collins, he gets spilled out and ball's loose. And who gets it? Is it Lillard?
Let's see.
Nope.
Nope, they got the ball back right there.
That's going to be Jackson Eubanks on the recovery. Sets up the Blackhawks in great position right back to where they were when they punted. And it'll be on the Maroon Devil 39-yard line where it's recovered by Eubanks, and a tough break early on.
Early on, at that first turnover, boy, it really hurts. It hurts you, and you get real. It's just demoralizing and discouraging. It's not the whole game, but you got to shake that one off. This is a point right here where we got to shake this play off and get back at it.
The Maroon Devil defense back in the crosshairs, if you will. They need to make a good stand right here as this first quarter winds away. 6:02 remaining in it, with going back to the more traditional Murphy-type set that we're used to seeing in Robbinsville.
Yep. Going to blitz this time off the edge. We stuff him right there at the line of scrimmage.
That was a
great
good play by L.D. Luquire. He got him for a loss of a yard there before he was able to get his head of steam going. L.D. was in the backfield with him.
Yeah, they've got him what they call making him a two-gap player. If that guard pulls, he's going to beat that center's block, and that's what they tried to do, was run a trap play over to the tight end side, and he just followed that guard right into the backfield before the center could cut him off.
So 2nd and 11 now, and a little confusion on the Blackhawks side as quarterback Gabe Banks looking over to the sideline, now back to his play sheet. And the Maroon Devils are waiting. They're down to 7 on the play clock, which, as we understand it, is a 25-second this year instead of 40.
Right.
And there's the quarterback keeper.
Yep.
And a whole pile of humanity in there.
Yep. Going to bring it up 3rd down right here. I'd say we'll see them spread out again and see what they can out of that wing T formation, and run some more of that trap offense, and maybe keep the ball in the quarterback's hands this time.
Well, 3rd and 9 for the Blackhawks here early on in the first quarter play here on the Maroon Devils network. Maroon Devils 1 possession, 2 offensive plays so far. One was for a big gain and the other was a fumble. And so now the defense is back on the field trying to make a stand here against this rugged Blackhawk ground game.
Yeah, and this is ground and pound time right here. That's what this is. Okay, they're going to split one out. They're going with full house backfield. They're a little bit confused.
They're going to take a timeout right here with 4:20 remaining in the first period of play. Blackhawks timeout. We'll take it with them. So following the Blackhawk timeout, they'll have it 3rd and 9 from their Maroon Devils 38-yard line, and we're at 4:20 in this fast-paced. That's one thing about teams who run the ball. The clock runs.
Yeah, they're going to run out of the gun this time. Going to try to get one of these receivers open underneath for first down yardage. Going to run maybe just over the top. Oh, almost picked off by Collins. That would have been 6 if he'd been able to get that one. There was nobody out here to take it away from him.
Good job by Collins to read that play. He was in better position than the Blackhawk player was.
Yeah, he was. He was underneath it, and he was making the break on the ball. He just he couldn't get high enough with both hands to get that ball.
So 4th down. Let's see if the Blackhawks go for it. If they're indeed going to punt, they've pulled Banks out, who punted the first one. Now it will be number 9, Jesse Cook, to do the honors of punting. And the Maroon Devils have Josiah Glaspie and Josh Collins back on the 10. Yeah. Glaspie actually on the 6, awaiting the Blackhawks punt. Maroon Devils cashed this in last time with a good Josh Collins return. Let's see if they can do the same on this one. The punt underway. Collins will fair catch it back up and then take it on the 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it'll be 1st and 10 Maroon Devils from their own 6-yard line. So not quite as good a field position as the last time.
No,
Coach.
It's not. We're back in the hole right here. He was standing in the right place, but when he had to start backing up, he'll learn that as time goes. If he's going to stand on that 10-yard line and it starts over his head, he's probably going to want Coach Holt's going to talk to him about that. Just let that one go. Just run out of the way of it. Get your players out of the way of it and let that thing go on in the end zone.
So the Blackhawks in a 4-3 look as well on their defensive side, and the Maroon Devils will set up now with Lillard, Collins, and Winchester in the backfield, and that's going to be Lillard again, another good run.
Pretty much the same play we ran a minute ago, the first play. And he picks up about 5 on that with 4 to 5 yards on it. And it's a good play. It bends all the way back to the backside of the line of scrimmage, and it gets you off balance because in a minute you're going to see the option out of that, and it's all going to come downhill right at you, coming right at the ends and the outside linebackers.
So Maroon Devils break huddle, same formation they've been in. That's going to be a staple. Bogdanovich goes to the short side of the field this time to line up. And
run the counter this time, and there goes
Josh.
Collins. Yep. Oh, he just about got loose.
That's a
one hand got him.
Jersey-saving tackle
Yes,
there
it
by
was.
Hayden Burnett.
Yeah.
As Collins sprung free for a huge gain.
Yeah.
And already, Coach, it's early, but already you can see that backfield combo of Collins and Lillard is dangerous.
It's scary. At practice, you can watch them, and they're like I said, they're still learning their timing. They're getting it down more and more each day, and exactly what they need to be doing. They're understanding more about how those offensive linemen are blocking. And if you know anything about offensive line play, just keep your eyes on them. Don't watch the football. Just watch those offensive linemen, and you can see who's winning up there.
So 1st and 10, Maroon Devils, same play again. Collins again, same results.
He fumbled it out of bounds.
And fortunately, it rolled out of bounds that time. Josh having a hard time.
He is. He's just having a hard time hanging on to the ball right now. He's there again. It's a pregame early game jitters. He's playing on both sides of the ball. Sometimes they forget they've got the ball. I mean, they're just running.
The gain of 5, though, before the out of bounds occurred. So the Maroon Devils still making hay with that play. And now it will be Kellen McCullough. Is that who that is?
I believe it is.
Back?
Those numbers I'm having a hard time with.
I am too.
But there again, offensive line play. That's the veer right there. And we mishandled the ball. Yeah, we were getting ready to run that option right back where Collins just ran from. And instead of it being bent back, it was going to be run straight at them on that side of the line of scrimmage to make those linebackers, defensive ends, and those secondary people make decisions on the run.
So that loss takes us back to the 30. We'll have a 3rd and 9 with 2:50 and counting remaining in the first period of play. So we're just underway here. And
this is the only second time we touched our own second series. Of
second series.
Yeah. All right.
So Winchester with the sign. He drops back. He's getting pressured. He wiggles out, throws it downfield, and it's underthrown to Austin Jenkins there. So it'll bring up 4th down for the Maroon Devils. Reese Winchester running for his life back there.
Yeah, they had a little stun on with the outside linebacker here, number 10, and he broke clean. We missed him, and he ended up in our backfield.
So it looks as though it will be Collins to punt. They had a plethora of punters in the warm-up, so we weren't real sure who was going to do the honors.
Right, yeah.
Depending upon the situation, it looks like it's going to be Collins, and they look to be a man short as Gabe Lillard's motioning people around, trying to get somebody out on the field.
Yeah, we're one short. Now, this is something that happens to you early in the season too, because you go over these things at practice, and but still people – they've still got the last series in their mind.
We got a penalty on the play. I think North Buncombe was offsides.
We may have still been moving. I don't know. We didn't hardly get set. I don't think. He's pointing back over this way.
I saw North Buncombe left defensive tackle
I hope you're right. Offsides of them. All right. It's a little better. It doesn't give us first down, but it gives us a little better field position. We get another punt like that from Collins, and he can drive that thing upfield.
Spencer Roan is back for the Blackhawks, the lone man back there. He has Hayden Burnett in front of him about 15 yards to block for him. It's Collins again to punt it for the Devils. And it's a low liner.
Drive. He fumbled it.
Muffed. Can the Maroon Devils get it? It looks like he got it back. Unfortunately, the Winchester boys in there trying to get to that one, Reese and Riley, but they don't. It's Roan who recovers his own fumble, and it'll be Blackhawk ball on their own 34, so at least the Maroon Devils have pushed the field position battle back over to the Blackhawks side of the field.
Thank goodness, and hopefully we don't let them just take the ball and drive it on us again. It's a good ploy by their coaching staff, is to take the ball and just try to run it down our throats, and they're going to continue to try to do some of that. But they're now going back to that wing tee set in the backfield with the offset backs. There's your trap play again out here on the edge. Collins is there.
Yeah, Collins filled that nicely on the play. He gets some help from Swain and Lewis in there. Looks like he got a yard, maybe 2.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Call it 2nd and 8 for the Blackhawk offense, who are opening up just a little bit more now, Coach, as we go along.
They are. They're trying to make bigger plays out of what they were having, other than just trying to drive the ball right down our throat.
I think that may be a byproduct of it not working fully.
Yeah.
So again, they're in the
wing tee
look with fullback and running back. Snap, inside trap. He's got a good gain right there, and he's pulled down by Collins.
That's a first down.
And Sutton, as he spun out of there for a big gain, biggest gain of the night for the Blackhawks.
That was a short trap right there, and he hit the seam right where he had to, and they had us all blocked that time. We got to get in a better alignment right there, kind of hide our linebackers in behind those defensive linemen.
So 1st and 10 from the Blackhawk 46-yard line now. We're at 1:17 and counting in the first period of play. No score if you're just joining us. Blackhawks on the move, though. And Maroon Devils looking to make a stop. Traditional T formation.
Isolation. He's bending it back to the inside.
That was Collins with the initial lick, and then Frost comes in to clean it up, but not before the Blackhawks get 5 more yards out of that one. And so now,
we're having a little bit of trouble up there on the line of scrimmage right now. We're getting moved, and they're doing a good job of keeping their hands inside. They're going to grab a hold of you. They're going to push you around. They're going to sling you, and they can do that as long as their hands are inside.
So 2nd and 4 for the Blackhawks now, and they're in Maroon Devil territory at the 48. And they have lived in Maroon Devil territory except for that last one. There's the short trap again. It's read better that time. And looks like Nolan Fisher in there on the tackle, number 74. Gain of 3, and that'll set up the Blackhawks right where they want to be with a 3rd and 2. And those are the kind of things they like, and that's going to do the end of the first quarter. So 3-1, we're tied at 0 here at North Buncombe. We'll be back for the second quarter.
Hey Maroon Nation, my name is Erin Jenkins and I'm an alumni of Swain High and also the Maroon Devils Network. The network you're watching right now helped me chase my dreams and get my start in broadcast journalism. From weekly interviews with Coach B to hosting game day specials and even getting to sit down with some of Swain High's greatest football legends.
History of the Maroon Machine.
All of things help get me to WNCT 9 on your side in Greenville, North Carolina as an on-air news reporter. Right now, you can help other students just like me to chase their dreams by liking, subscribing, and sharing the Maroon Devils Network. As always, go Big Maroon!
So we open the second period of play with the Blackhawks facing a 3rd and 2 from the Maroon Devil 46-yard line. And, Coach, it looks like the Blackhawk offense has found a play that worked for them there to get some big yardage over the last couple of plays.
Yeah, and it's nothing any different than they've been doing. It's just execution at times, timing at times. We've got to do a better job up there in the trenches right now of not getting knocked back, not getting across the line of scrimmage. Linebackers got to do a better job of seeing the movement of those offensive linemen.
New quarterback for the Blackhawks is Alex Rash is in, and he's going to run the same play that his predecessor did and get a first down out of it.
Yeah, he pushed it straight ahead.
Luke Wire and Fisher in there underneath the pile, and Blackhawk lost his helmet. I believe he has to come out of the game. And he does. So they need another lineman to be 1st and 10. Blackhawks in Swain territory. And it is on the Swain 43-yard line, I believe. Yes, 43. So the Maroon Devil defense has been up to the challenge all night long. So they're going to need to stay tough right here and make a play. And
yeah, it's when it gets in this area right here, just like it was earlier in the ball game, you've got to start. You need to at any point in time, but right now, you're getting desperate. Offense hadn't been clicking for you real good so far. One turnover already, and so you've got to play defense. And our D's been on the field a long time.
We got penalty on the Blackhawks. I didn't see didn't look like delay of game. Yep, it is delay of game. The new 25-second clock got them.
Yeah, it's quicker.
Well, that's a tough break when you're the type of offense that North Buncombe's running to be put in 1st and 15.
That's right. It's a slow play. They take their time. They're not getting in any hurry. They want to eat up as much clock as they can, try to score, and then put you on your heels.
So already down to 9, as you can see there in your picture, on the play clock again. And they may not get this one off. Barely.
Quarterback sneak again.
They barely got it off. They snapped it at 1. And so Rash will get a gain of about 3 back and leave the Blackhawks 2nd and 12. And then back into the game comes Banks now.
Mm-hmm. Starting quarterback.
And so now they go back to the traditional set.
Yeah, we're seeing a little different look up front right now. It's going more to a 5 front, and we're going to blitz off the edge. Got to come from behind and make this play. Upfield, got to make that tackle. You got to make that tackle. Golly, we come up there and make that tackle right there. It's a tackle for a loss.
Collins and Sutton on the tackle, but not before he gets a first down for the Blackhawks. So a big gainer of about 13 on that play, and it's frustrating because it looked like we had him hemmed up.
Yeah, we did. We had good angle on him and everything. You can't take a shot right there. You got to make him come on to you. You've got time. Let your people get there. You take a shot and you miss like that, then if you miss, he's got a big one.
So 1st and 10 Blackhawks now from deep in Maroon Devil territory. Straight ahead.
Straight dive.
He's still moving his feet.
Yeah.
That's Cameron Higgins running it, and you see a host of Maroon Devils, Grady Lewis, Frost, and Sutton in there on the tackle, but not before the pile pushed forward for a gain of 4.
Yeah, we've got to do a better job up front of pushing back now. We can't just we can't let them keep getting us on our heels. We got to knock them back some.
So the Blackhawks break it, huddle here, going back to the full tee.
Nope, going to split one out now. He talked him into it.
And
counter over the top.
Nicely read that time.
Good play. Big play for a loss.
That's Fisher out there with that. Collins helps out. We've got a Blackhawk down. And it was immediate that they blew the whistle for him to come out and check on him. And Reese Winchester over there performing CPR duty.
He must have seen what happened to him. That may be the deal.
I believe the officials did too, because they blew the whistle very quickly.
Yeah.
So it'll be 3rd and 8 when we return. Let's take a quick break here as they tend to the injured Blackhawk. And we're back to the action now. The Blackhawks will face a 3rd and 9 from the Maroon Devil 32-yard line.
Yeah.
And so a big play right here for the Maroon Devil defense.
This looks like it may be one of the bootleg plays with the quarterback where he's got the option of throwing the football or running with it. Now, they may prove me wrong, but we'll see as soon as the ball snapped if they pass set or not. Nope, going to run straight at us, hoping to get out here and outrun us to the boundary.
That time, Lucas Sutton got a hold of the jersey and wasn't letting go.
Yeah.
And that'll be a loss or at least no gain for the Blackhawks, and we'll have to see how Coach David Hines wants to play this for North. 4th and 9, so no gain on the play. It looks like the punter, number 9, Jesse Cook, is on the field.
I think he's
going to kick a field goal here.
It's either going to be a try or a fake, so we'll see.
This will be 49 yards. It'll be a long one.
Yeah. What we need to do here is be disciplined. Don't jump off sides. They may try to bait us into offsides fake snap and watch for a blocked it. Now, go get it. It's out of bounds. All right.
Blocked by Gabe Lillard.
Yes, sir. He come off the edge unblocked, and, I mean, he was a straight line to it. He didn't even change directions. He came straight through there and blocked that thing right off the kicking block.
Interesting.
Where they're going to spot this.
Yeah, where's the ball going to be? Back to the line of scrimmage. It went out of bounds up here near the 50, didn't it?
Yeah, and that's a live ball when you block a punt. So that needs to be discussed down there. That ball needs to be spotted up here at the 50.
That is kind of odd to see how that would work.
I don't know. I don't know whether it goes out of, because if there's nobody has possession of it, it'd be hard for them to say where it went out of bounds. But otherwise, they're going to give it to us right there.
Either way, we've avoided another Blackhawk scoring drive and now have the football back. And now we split backfield with a different look.
Yeah, we got double twins on both sides.
Winchester
Quarterback
to throw
run four vertical routes. Oh, right through the hands of Collins.
7:53 in the second, so it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Maroon Devils. Winchester will go over to offensive coordinator Austin Cook and get the play call there. And the Maroon Devils will line it up here for 2nd and 10. Again, the Maroon Devil offense has not been on the field very much, Coach.
No, promising beginning of a first drive and then turning the ball over, and then it's kind of been a struggle for us to get any kind of rhythm on offense right now.
Well, the 2 fumbles were very difficult to overcome. One recovered by them, and one put us in a bad position in terms of we got a whistle on the play.
Mm-hmm. And that was going to be that was one of our put-away plays right there.
It's on us.
Yeah.
Legal procedure.
Somebody must have been moving. I don't know. I didn't see it. I wasn't sure exactly what he saw, but that's one of the bigger plays that Coach Holt has. That's a counter option that he runs that is a killer play. It really is.
So the Maroon Devils find themselves behind the sticks now with a 2nd and 14-15 from their own 28-yard line here. And they will come back out in their traditional 2-set backfield. And 2 men split. Bogdanovich is the wing, and he goes in motion.
Collins, he was riding him that time just like it was the option. He was reading him.
So Josh runs ahead, and there's a flag on the play again.
That's in holding territory, so we may be backing up here.
Collins went ahead for a gain of about 6 on the play.
Yeah, there's two flags, like you said, and now we're going to see if they're offsetting or not.
And we'll wait for the signal here from the head official. He's got a face mask. This is going to be against North.
It is. Both of them must have seen it then.
And that'll go from the gain. So big gainer for the Maroon Devils. It's 6 yards for Collins, and then 5 more puts the Maroon Devils at the 39-yard line, which will be 4 yards short.
Yep, right at it. Yep.
And 2nd down. So big play there for the Maroon Devils. Puts them back in line with the sticks.
That's it. That's what As long as we're operating in between them and punching it over them, then we're going to be all right. But we got to get some momentum with our offense now. We've just not had any at all so far. And trade the tight end.
Lillard this time through the hole.
Yep, through
good
the hole.
move.
Good
Wiggles a little
cut.
bit. He's in the open.
Yep.
Chased out of bounds down there by Alex Rash,
Yep.
but not before Gabe picks up a big gainer. No penalties on the play. We do have a Maroon Devil getting up slow back here, and it looks like it is, can't see who that is. Ben.
Yep.
Is it Ben or, no, it's Braylon Aldridge.
Yeah.
And he gets back to the huddle, but he got a little rolled up.
Yeah,
but
the left tackle. Yep.
Maroon Devils, for the first time, are deep in North Buncombe
Yeah,
territory.
first time we've been needing this. It's a little bit of positive push.
So a 22-yard gain that time by Lillard, who has proven to be, so far in this young game, stellar in the backfield.
He is. And we just got to keep our momentum on offense up. Running with the tight end. And there we go, reading again. And there goes Reese right up the middle.
Big gainer
That
by
is
Winchester.
That's the play we were going to run a minute ago when we had the penalty. It's a read option with the backside back coming across. And he's reading the last man on the line of scrimmage, and it puts them in a bind. And we've been wanting to run that play. That's a killer football play right there.
It's a gain of about 12 for Winchester, and it's down into the Blackhawk 27 now for the Maroon Devils, who are on the march with 6:53 remaining before the half. The best drive of the night for the Maroon Devils. The only thing that's thwarted their offense so far have been the two fumbles that put them in bad position each time. So the Maroon Devils doing a good job offensively here, and that's going to be McCullough.
Yep, McCullough running the power play off tackle.
So good gain out there by Kellen McCullough, a sophomore. And he is down to the 21. So a gain of about 6 on first down, and the Maroon Devils chewing up yardage in big chunks now.
Yeah, and it's giving Lillard a bit of a break. He's playing both ways, and McCullough comes in, and he's a real hyper player. He's in fast gear all the time, even at practice.
So it's McCullough, Winchester, and Collins in the backfield now, and Glaspie is in at tight end for the Maroon Devils, giving Bogdanovich a breather. Now they send Austin Jenkins in motion and run McCullough back up the middle. He's met by a pair, but McCullough's still able to spin forward for a gain of about 2 before he's spilled down on the play by Jacob Nix of the Blackhawks. That's going to set up a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, and what he was attempting to do was to get over the top of the kick-out blocks over there, and one of the defensive linemen and the linebackers both got loose and was able to shut it off on him. He had it moving the right way to begin with, but then he just couldn't keep his momentum going that way.
Got to figure this is 2-down territory for the Maroon Devils.
Yeah.
And Lillard back in the game. Collins and Lillard, the backs flanking Winchester now. Glaspie still the tight end for Bogdanovich. And the Maroon Devils are set to run. It'll be Lillard again off the edge, and he's spun down for no gain. Good tackle out there by 55, Elijah Keith.
Yeah. This is I don't know. I can't see Coach Holt doing anything but going for it right here.
Yeah. Loss of a yard on the play, so it'll be 4th and 4 for the Maroon Devils. Winchester comes over to Coach Cook to get the play call. Back in now. We're at 4:30 and counting. So the Maroon Devils are not contemplating a timeout. They've made their play call. They know what they're going with. And it's Lillard and Collins in the backfield again with Winchester. And
we may see a long count here. I don't know. Nope. Throw it up. That's Collins. Collins caught it. He's down on the 1-yard line.
Great catch by Josh Collins. He's on the 1, as you said. Winchester once again running for his life in the passing game, and they were hanging all over him. And the young man, he probably weighs about $130, soaking wet, and somehow he's able to find himself time to get that ball up and over to Collins out of the backfield. First completion of his career at quarterback, and it comes at a crucial time for the Maroon Devils on a 4th down. So now 1st and goal to go on the 1-yard line for the Maroon Devils.
Going to run this one probably up from underneath center. That's what I thought. Run the quarterback sneak for a touchdown. Should be. Yeah. They got it on the far side
over there. So the Maroon Devils are on the board.
He is. Yeah.
3:41 remaining in the second period of play. It's a touchdown for the Maroon Devils, or is it?
Well, that official put his hands up over there, and this one over here's got it marked short.
Once you put your hands up, it's over?
Yeah, it's over. He stuck the ball over. I wish we had replay. We would see it, but now he punched that ball over.
Let's see what happens on this, if they are indeed giving the touchdown to the Maroon Devils, or if it is spotted and they're waving their offense back out. It's going to be on the 1-inch line, so Maroon Devils did not score. And now they will have to line up and do it again.
Well, I see the Asheville Association ain't much better this year, so we'll just have to deal with it. I'm telling you, that's ridiculous.
So the Maroon Devils have got to get their offense reset and get out on the field and get the job done here. No time. They at least haven't blown the play clock yet, so the Maroon Devil offense making their way back out here.
Well, the official stopped the clock, and that means it stopped the 25-second clock. Now it'll go back into play.
So now it will be Maroon Devils again. Winchester goes under center to start with here, flanked by Collins and Lillard on the back end.
Quarterback sneak again.
He's in this time.
There's no doubt this time. Okay.
So touchdown Maroon Devils is there on the board first on the most impressive drive of the season and of the game so far for either team as they go roughly 70 yards.
Yeah, we're starting to feel a little bit of our offensive momentum now, and what we have to do now is build on that and still play good D here and make this thing work.
Brendan Lanning on to attempt the point after. It'll be his first attempt of his career that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
And let's see how the youngster does. He is a sophomore.
Well, he's got a linebacker as his holder, so that ought to work out good.
It's up. Looks good. Oh, it hit the crossbar.
No.
Tough break for Lanning as it looked good from here, but it hits the crossbar, and that's going to leave the Maroon Devils with a 6-0 lead with 3:29 remaining before half. We'll be right back. So the Maroon Devils set to kick it off here as we are winding down. It will be Riley Winchester to kick it again for the Maroon Devils. He kicked the opening kickoff. And as the same with the punter, we saw a plethora of youngsters out there kicking before the game, Coach.
Yeah, and Coach Holt knows he's not – he understands the predicament they're in with these kickers right now. And what he's trying to do is he finds out what these young men can do, and he doesn't ask them to do anything else. If he wants Winchester to kick his ball a line drive just like that, then that's what he tells him to do, and they're going to go at it just like that right there as best they can.
That was picked up by number 8, Grayson Johnson, and the tackle over there by Darius Sanook. It was a big one as Sanook brought the lumber.
I was watching him at practice. He's an up-and-comer for the Maroon Devils. They're going to find more things they can do with him. He's learning. He listens. He's coachable.
I think the only thing holding him back is he was a late start.
That's it. That was the only thing.
Once he gets indoctrinated,
that's right,
and gets in shape,
and
football shape, then we'll probably see a lot more of Darius Sanook on the field.
Seeing him go through drills out there at practice, man, he's very coachable, and he likes what he's doing.
So now the other dilemma for the type of offense North Buncombe likes to run is being behind in the ball game, but there's still plenty of time left, so they can take their time to try to get back in this. And there's a well-read out there by the Maroon Devils all over that.
That is truly an old T play. That goes back to the 1950s right there. That's 2 fakes and a handoff, and it happens fast. And if you're looking for that football, you ain't gonna find it. You got to read that blocking scheme.
So just under 3 minutes, as you see there on the scoreboard, and the Maroon Devils a good job on that sweep play, staying home, as you like to say, everybody doing their job, playing their position, and it pays off there. And the Blackhawks now on the 32-yard line will face a second, and the board's got 13, but it looks a little bit more than that distance-wise, but nonetheless behind the sticks, and we like that anytime we can get it.
All right, Twins into the boundary. They have an entire set of plays. They're calling timeout.
I think that's going to be another North Buncombe timeout, and as they take it, we'll take it along with them. 2:30 remaining in the second period. Maroon Devils on top, 6-0. Cheerleaders doing their thing over there, Coach, and there's a whole bunch of them, so the spirit level should remain high all year for this Maroon Devil football team.
That's great. I love to see young people involved.
Absolutely. 2nd and 14 for the Blackhawks following their timeout.
Going back to that straight tee, look, this time going to run the counter, try to run the hard dive again. This time not as much luck pushing us back off the line of scrimmage. We're learning. We're starting to feel that. And every play out there, as a player, you can learn something every play. I believe.
Do we have another timeout?
Yeah, I believe Coach Hope may have called this one.
Okay, it's going to be 3rd and about 13 or 14. No gain on that play, and another timeout for the Maroon Devils. So we'll take it as well. Beautiful sunset here in North Buncombe and Weaverville. Joe will pan out and get that for you as we fade to a break here right before half.
Hey Maroon Nation, my name is Erin Jenkins and I'm an alumni of Swain High and also the Maroon Devils Network. The network you're watching right now helped me chase my dreams and get my start in broadcast journalism. From weekly interviews with Coach B to hosting game day specials and even getting to sit down with some of Swain High's greatest football legends.
History of the Maroon Machine.
All of things help get me to WNCT 9 on your side in Greenville, North Carolina as an on-air news reporter. Right now, you can help other students just like me to chase their dreams by liking, subscribing, and sharing the Maroon Devils Network. As always, go Big Maroon!
Blackhawks facing a 3rd and 14 as they return to play here behind the sticks. Maroon Devils taking that time out in hopes of getting another possession here right before halftime and maybe putting some more points on the board themselves.
Yeah, I can't see them staying in this right here just to run the clock out. and he's going to drop back here and try to run 2 vertical routes, and that should be picked right there.
It is.
Nope.
Caught.
Did he catch it, or did we catch it?
I think it was incomplete.
Okay.
And
he landed on his back there and knocked the air out of him. I guess it was an incomplete pass. I thought we went up and picked that one off.
It's
at
hard
one
to
point
tell.
there. It was. There was a lot of hands going up and a lot of people making a play for that ball. But I believe when he landed on his back right there, he kind of lost his air. He'll be getting up now.
He is getting up, and don't know if somebody took a timeout or if this was an injury timeout.
I'm not sure either. We may have taken another timeout because Coach Holt's wanting them. It's 4th down, and he would like to have another shot at running a 2-minute offense now, because with 4th and 14, unless this coaching staff over here has kind of lost their mind, they're going to punt it to us. So
looked like incomplete pass. The clock would have stopped, so maybe that was just an injury break.
It may have been, yeah.
So punting will be Jesse Cook again. Back deep is Glaspie and Collins for the Maroon Devils. They're standing on about the Maroon Devil 35-yard line, awaiting this punt. So a good return here would set up great field position for the Maroon Devils to run a 2-minute offense here and try to get in the end zone. That was almost blocked.
Mm-hmm.
Glaspie's got it, tries to make the turn and can't. Nice tackle down there by the gunner.
Yep.
It looked like number 25, Dane Houston, for the Blackhawks, but it'll be Swain ball on their own 36, and we've got 1:58 and counting. The clock is still running.
Yes, now they finally stopped it at 1:55. I don't know what the deal is with that. The officials have got to start paying closer attention to that clock. When they blow it dead, that clock's got to stop.
So the Maroon Devils ball, and as we said, possessions have been scant for the Maroon Devils here in the first half, but they did reach pay dirt with their last one on a 60-yard touchdown drive, and they've got roughly the same amount of yardage to cover again here, but less time to do it in.
Yes, and it's going to be interesting what Coach Holt tries to do here to begin with his timeouts. He's got Collins out in the open field right now. Right there we go, 1st down. That should stop the clock.
He's across the 50 into Blackhawk territory.
And that's the same type of play that we were trying to run when we fumbled the football. It's the same look on the edge, blocked the same way. We're starting to feel some of that momentum. We just got to get it moving right
They
here.
got too many men on the field.
Yeah, there's a flag.
That's what the flag is.
But the play goes.
They blew it dead.
Why did you blow
Why
it
do
dead?
you blow it dead? He's running into the secondary untouched.
Golly. That's a score.
It's definitely there were too many men on the field. The flag is over here on the North Buncombe side.
Right on the 50-yard line. And
and I can understand their
Coach
excitement.
Holt,
I wouldn't think you would blow that play dead.
No, you don't. It's a penalty. But the play resumes.
I know, as being a Packers fan, that I've seen Aaron Rodgers do that enough and score touchdowns off of it to know that you. But that's pro. Maybe that's not the case in high school. But it'll be a 5-yard penalty as opposed to the over 20-yard run from Collins.
Yeah, it looked like it's going to be a touchdown. It really did, and they started blowing it dead.
So 2 plays, and the Maroon Devils are already into Blackhawk territory. They'll face a 1st and 5 here. The time is 1:37, and if we're correct in our assumptions, the Maroon Devils should still have 2 timeouts left.
Yeah, and Coach Cook is doing a heck of a job of this play calling right here, running the football for 1st downs.
And they went no huddle and got a playoff there on that last one and drew the penalty.
Yeah.
So they've already proven they can do that. And now we're getting a clock reset here as the officials down here at the North Buncombe side getting the clock reset to, I'm not sure. I think they were signaling 1:45.
Yeah.
1:41. Okay.
1:41. Okay.
So a few more seconds back on the clock for the Devils, and they are ready to break huddle and ready to snap the ball as soon as it is whistled ready for play.
Going to see a trap play right here, out on the edge again. There goes Collins, but they do a better job of coming up out of the secondary to swarm him right there.
Josh gets back for a loss of about 2 right there, and I think the Maroon Devils are going to spend a timeout. They do.
Mm-hmm.
With 1:29 left, it'll be 2nd and 7 when the Maroon Devils return to action, but they've spent their, by our count, at least second timeout. So we'll take it along with them here. It's 6-0 in favor of the Maroon Devils here at North Buncombe. We're a minute 29 before the half. As we set play, following the Maroon Devils timeout, by our count at least, the Devils have one more timeout left before the half, and now they face a 2nd and 7 for a first down. And there's an offsides unless Gabe jumped.
We're going to see what they decide right here.
Well, North Buncombe's acting guilty.
Yeah. We're in the back. Actually, in reality, Gabe can do that.
He can move.
He can move. He can make an adjustment. He can go in motion. But I think he did. That wasn't the intent right there. I think he actually jumped. But we went on a long count.
Quick pass. A little bubble screen over there.
Trying to get out of bounds.
And that's Graham with the catch. And I think he got enough for the first down from the spot over there, and they've motioned him out of bounds as well to stop the clock. So that's a big play.
That's a big play if he got out.
2-yard gain on the Graham catch. Yes. And it is a first down.
Okay.
And the clock is stopped at 1:27. The Maroon Devils huddle. They have not been huddling when the clock continues to run, but when it stops, they get in the huddle and call their play. And now clock starts again as they break huddle and hit the line of scrimmage. We're at 1:20 and counting before the end of the first half. Maroon Devils inside the Blackhawk 40.
Going up over the top. Pass interference. There it is. That'll stop the clock with 1:09. Yeah. It was in.
Bogdanovich was the intended receiver, number 81, and that was a pass interference call. It will be marked off instead of spot of the foul. And the Maroon Devils will have another play at 1:09 remaining. I think the clock will remain stopped until they set play. But as you can see, they are huddled up, ready to go, and they're going to take the field. It's down to the trying to find the ball. Where is it? Looks like it's it's back here. Here he was. He was following along, everybody. It's at the 24 for the Maroon Devils as they break huddle here, ready to go. The clock is not running yet following the penalty. And
that'll hurt.
That snap goes over Winchester's head, and he recovers it.
Yeah, we weren't real sure what was happening right there anyway. So we may just either line up and kill the clock right here and make it third down, or we may run a play. We're going to see right here with 51 seconds left to play. Going to trade the tight end. I believe this is a play they actually wanted to run before the fumble snap.
And Lillard up the middle, tries to find a crease, pitches it back. We saw that play last year at Smoky Mountain, and we're going to score a touchdown out of it.
Yep, that's it. That's it.
Just like last year, Reese Winchester takes the pitch as Lillard is tangled up and races for a touchdown. The officials are they're scratching their head. They're talking about they're going to blow this play dead, Coach.
Well, nobody signaled it did. They can't do that unless a whistle is blown and they signal him down. Nobody signaled him down, and the official saw the ball coming out of there. That was for a touchdown.
Well, that brings the touchdown off the board, and the Maroon Devils with the ball back at the 26-yard line, unfortunately. And I guess the clock will resume when it's blown in for play, and the Maroon Devils will have to spend their third timeout and final timeout to try to get something off here with 27 seconds. So a tough break for the Maroon Devils squad as they have a touchdown waved off the board and ruled down, and it will be 3rd and 11, but the down and distance is irrelevant at this point. It's 27 seconds to pay dirt.
I really don't understand this. I really don't. And Coach Holt he doesn't understand it either. He's questioning it. I mean, it's different if you know exactly why it was, but nobody blew it dead. The official has to signal that the ball is dead, and no one signaled that ball dead. A whistle didn't blow as far as we know, and so, it's a touchdown. He's coming over here to talk to this coach, and it may be a score.
We'll see.
It should be.
Well, I think we're putting more time on the clock, maybe.
All right, Blackhawk fans, it's 3rd down and 12.
Because the run, going to put time back up on the clock.
30 seconds. Maroon Devils have broken the huddle as I assume they called the timeout. 32 seconds is put back on the clock. That may have been what Coach Holt was arguing about, is trying to get the clock right. And now the Maroon Devils will, if the clock doesn't run out, have 2 plays to score or get a first down to keep this drive alive. And so from the familiar shot, Collins around the end, he goes.
And gets out of bounds.
He's hit over there out of
Late
bounds,
hit,
and that's going to be a
first down. That's going to be a first down with 25 and a half seconds left to play.
That should put the Maroon Devils down inside the 20.
Yep.
As the line of scrimmage is the 19 from where Collins went out of bounds. So it'll be 15 from there.
And we should be half the distance there.
And
or
an
inside
automatic
the 10.
first down.
Yeah, automatic first down. And if we can capitalize here, it's going to put North Buncombe in a hole.
Yeah, and it's an uncomfortable hole for this type of offense.
It is.
It's like a wishbone team. If you put them behind, it's hard.
Yeah, they'll have to open things up a little bit to try to make some stuff happen.
12-yard line, so the Maroon Devils in great shape. 25.5 remaining. They are out of timeouts, but they are ready to roll on the line of scrimmage and ready to run. So with the penalty, the clock will not start. And
Pass,
now
going to throw the football.
Winchester's looking to throw it. Now scrambles again. Back around to the other
He's got
side.
good feet.
And he flips it out ahead to Collins, who's down to the 2, and there's 12 seconds left.
He says he was in bounds, so I don't know if we'll get this one off or not.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
Half a second.
Half a second left.
From the 2.
We got time for one more play.
So the Maroon Devils will have a shot after the Reese Winchester spike to score from the 2-yard line before time expires in this first half of play. So a big down right here for the Maroon Devils, and somebody, North Buncombe, has called timeout to talk about it and regroup. And it will give the Maroon Devils a chance to set whatever play it is that Coach Austin Cook wants to call here to get his squad into the end zone, Coach. And a difficult situation if you're on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and really, offensively, you can't hang at this next play on the whole game. The thing you got to do is call the very best play you can, maybe to the wide side of the field, give yourself some grass out there to work with, and maybe get Lillard or Collins out there in that grass and let them run for it.
Well, they were signaling a switch in the offense, and they like what they've got. They've made their decision, and they're talking it over. But I think they've got the play called. The line is going back out, and now the Maroon Devils one play
with a half second left on the clock.
Long discussion down here. You can see that in your picture now between North Buncombe's coach and the officials.
Yeah, he's been out there with them for a while discussing something.
Half a second to go. We need to stop right here.
So I'm not sure what the discussion is.
Last play of the first half. We need to stop.
So North Buncombe trying to rally their crowd here just a little bit, and the Maroon Devils looking set to go here. They've got Aiden Southards at 6'2" out here flanked on this side. They could just throw it up to
It
him.
may be what they're fixing to do. We're going to see. Going to trade the tight end. Nope. Give it to
Lillard,
touchdown.
Maroon Devils
Flag
on
the play. That's after the play. Nope.
Holding
It's
on the
the-
Maroon Devils.
Flag on the play. That's holding on the offense.
So I'm assuming that will take the 6 off the board. The Maroon Devils will get one untimed down from the 12-yard line.
Yeah.
Late flag coming in there, Coach. And
I don't know. Yeah, I don't understand. I didn't see the hold, but I mean, I'm not saying it didn't happen, but that was awful late for a hold call. I mean, he was standing in the back of the end zone when the flag came out.
So the Maroon Devils line up again for another untimed down here with no time left on the clock, and have had 2 touchdowns taken off the board here in this second period of play. And Southern splits back out to our left, Winchester's left. He's got Lillard and Collins in the backfield again.
There's the option look. There's the option look. He's riding it. No,
He's not going to get in there.
No.
Run out of bounds, and the Maroon Devils don't get it in. Frustrating end to that half for Coach Holt and his squad, but the Maroon Devils leave the field with a 6-0 lead here through 2 periods of play, and we'll be back with second half action here in just a few minutes. Stay with us.
All right, hold on. You're live.
We're back at halftime. 1 minute and 30 seconds left before the second half begins, and we want to give a shout out. You're seeing her on your screen, watching us. As a matter of fact, that's Joe's daughter, Taylor Holt, and Rod. She is in South Korea studying abroad.
I couldn't believe that. Joe said she got up. It's 9 a.m. Saturday morning in Korea. So now. As you said earlier,
She should be able to tell us who won.
she's going to tell us who won because, that's really weird. I mean,
It is weird.
it's tomorrow over there, so she's watching it in the morning on Saturday morning in South Korea.
Good to see you, Taylor. Take care of yourself, okay? So the Maroon Devils, Blackhawks warming up there. We got a couple of scores to pass along to you. Asheville and Robbinsville, the Cougars are on top of Robbinsville 14-6. That ball game is near the half. And Smoky Mountain Cherokee just went to halftime with the Mustangs leading the Braves 16-0. Coach, there's a rain delay over in Murphy. They must have had some lightning and rain delays. Franklin and Murphy just now kicking off right at 8:30, so they're just getting underway.
We may get back in time even
may,
from here and
to see
drive
some
on
of
over
that.
and watch it.
Yeah. Because this is going to be a quick game the way things are going. Maroon Devils in the first half, 78 yards on the ground, 110 total yards. The Blackhawks 56 on the ground, so the Maroon Devils averaging a little over 4 per play, whereas the Blackhawks are averaging right at 2 per play.
Yeah, it's been a ground and pound event. I mean, it really has. We've broken some big plays, some more ground gaining plays than they have, but it's going to be a war of attrition here in this second half. I can't see North Buncombe staying with that type of offense this second half, although they're only down by 6. They're going to have to kind of open the field up and see if they can't get some athletes out there. We're doing fine. It's just a matter of timing, hanging on to the football. We've had them called back. We have touchdowns called back. We're having all kinds of situations out there that we're just going to have to deal with.
And for the Maroon Devils, something you probably get used to seeing all year long, Lillard and Collins, the backfield tandem, almost identical rushing yardage. Gabe Lillard, 39 yards on 5 carries. Josh Collins, 41 yards on 6 carries. So spreading of the wealth between those two. We talked about it in the pregame. Have the makings to be a very dynamic backfield back there under this Austin Cook offense. And they've shown flashes of that tonight and are a player or two away from breaking a big gainer at some point.
Exactly.
You know that's going to come.
Yeah.
And we'll see as the Maroon Devils go on offense here to open the second half. It looks like McCullough and Graham are back. No, check that. Glaspie are back. And I believe that's Kellen McCullough.
Yeah, they're
back
both
with
runners.
him.
They're offsides right there.
And they were
should
going
be
with an
blown.
onside kick.
They were, and they were about 2.5 yards offside. The guy next to the kicker running right beside him, he was just too antsy. He wanted to get to that football. So,
well, they'll back up 5 and try it from the 40 now and see if they stick with the onside kick or not.
they're going with the hands team. They're going to move people around right here to.
Well, Lucas Sutton had the ball recovered and was still standing there holding it, trying to give it to somebody. Nobody wanted it.
Yeah.
So now, again, it will be Jesse Cook, the kicker for the Blackhawks, to get us underway. And he's already attempted a 49-yard field goal tonight, so he's got a good leg. It is worth note that the Maroon Devils blocked that field goal early in the first quarter to keep the Hawks off the board.
That's true. And defensively, we have just got to do the fundamental things better than the scheme's good that Coach Holt has. It's working for him. We're just not getting off the blocks quick enough, and we're not doing a good job of tackling in the open field. Now, that's something that's got to be worked on, and he will. They recognize it, so we'll see how well we do.
Well, they're almost offsides again. This one's kicked deep, though. And it's going to be picked up back there by Glaspie. He's going to bring it upfield. Got some running room over there. Dodges one defender and then is met by a whole host of Blackhawks as Josiah busts his way forward for a couple extra yards out of that, up to the 26-yard line for the Maroon Devils, and their offense will go to work from there. 1st and 10. They were doing great things right before the half and ran out of time, essentially, Coach, before halftime, they were moving pretty well during that stretch. Let's see if they come back out and are able to move the ball like they did in the second quarter as opposed to the first quarter.
Right. Holding penalties, plays, phantom play being blown dead. I don't, it is what it is, but we've got to settle down now, get back to work, and run this offense.
So they've got the play call in, standard set for the Maroon Devils. They've been in it all night. Bogdanovich is the wing over there. There's the option. Winchester keeps it, cuts up field. He's got a gain of about 6 before he spun down over there. Let's see if Reese is okay. He's getting up a little bit slow, and he may have rolled an ankle over there as well. Looks like he's got a bandage on the lower part of his knee, but he's got 5 yards on the play. A great way to start the offense in the second half.
Right, yeah, that's their standard option look right there, rather than that counter option where he hangs with that back as he's running across through there so long. That's the quick downhill option, just like it's been run from underneath center at Swain County for years.
That's what I was just getting ready to say. It's a different look, but the same play.
It's the same play. It's blocked exactly the same way, and they're reading the same people.
So this time, Bogdanovich on the line of scrimmage as we begin. It's going to be that cross buck to Collins. He weaves his way through his tackle from behind as he gets behind Ben Payne, who pushes his way out across the 30 to the 33 before he's brought down, bringing up a 3rd and 4 here for the Maroon Devils early in the second half of play.
Yeah, and the thing about it is that this offense, it has big plays in it, but it's not the type. Every play you want it to score, but this is a drive it down their throat type offense right here, and he's got those put-away plays like that counter option, and boy, it's nasty.
So now it looks like Fisher and Aldridge getting the play set there before they set themselves. And Winchester flanked by Lillard and Collins still in the backfield. Bogdanovich is the up man.
That's one of them right there. Didn't get the first down. Knocked out of bounds.
Collins is short over there at just short of the 35 at the 34. And now it'll be 4th down, and let's see what Coach Holt and his staff choose to do with a 4th and 2.
4th down and 2.
Looks like they're bringing on a punt squad here.
Yeah, I mean, it's smart. It's early in the third quarter. Try to get a good punt off, get a good snap, get the ball kicked upfield. And
looks like it's still Collins doing the punting.
Yeah.
For the Maroon Devils. 9:38 and counting in the third period of play. Maroon Devils still shuttling players on here in the early season. Low snap. Collins drops it. He picks it up, tries to punt it. Now he'll have to run with it. And he's got nowhere to go unless he can. That's a face mask.
There it is. There's the flag. There's the flag. That'd be 15 yards from there.
And a first down.
And a first down.
And we talked about that before we went on the air, that the Maroon Devils are struggling with the snap to their punter and their extra point kicker, and that was the case in that scenario. But it pays off for the Maroon Devils as the mistake, a costly one for the Blackhawks, who had 8 penalties in the first half.
So it may be a horse collar here. Let's see.
Either way, it should be
a first down.
Enough for a first down.
Personal foul.
Face mask.
It is a face mask. Okay. Yeah, he grabbed him up around his head and tried to wring his neck off. So
let's see where we're going. They're talking to each other. I don't like it when the officials stop and start talking to each other.
Yeah,
it worries me.
That's not a good thing, because they come up with some of the craziest stuff, marking it short of a first down and then not giving you the first down. That
looks like an 80-yard penalty the way he stepped that off.
That's okay. We're not going to tell him anything.
No.
We're not going to say anything.
It will be a first down, and it moves it up to the Swain 44-yard line for the Swain offense. So let's see if they can get something moving from here as Insay is trying to get the right game ball for the Maroon Devils. I think they've been given North Buncombe's ball.
Yeah, I think they had, and Insay wasn't even sure which one it was, because I think in the North Carolina High School Athletics Association, they ask that you use the same balls, and if you don't mark them, you don't know.
Lillard this time cut back. Got a little bit of yardage there, across the 50 and down into Blackhawk territory. Tackled from behind by a whole host of North Buncombe players. But Gabe has a gain of about 8 on that.
Yeah, that's a great play, and anybody that knows anything about a zone blocking scheme, this is Coach Cook's and Coach Holt's version of the zone blocking scheme. And I aggravate them at practice, wanting to know when Coach Coach Holt's going to let him put his RPO run pass option in there, and they laughed me off the field. So
the Maroon Devils come set now in North Buncombe territory. And now in motion is Jenkins.
he pulls it. There we go. That's another nasty little option play. Pitches it out on the edge for a big gainer.
So Lillard with the run
Yeah.
deep into Blackhawk territory there on a good option play by Winchester.
That was great. That's the kind of play I'm talking about. They've got those kinds of plays. It looks forevermore like they're running that same play to this side, and here goes the option to the backside. And of course, he gets upfield with it, and they work daily on that pitch relationship and that back saying to the quarterback the whole time, hollering the word ball at him to let him know where he's at. And so he can find him with his eyes as soon as he turns to look for him.
So Maroon Devil football at the 33-yard line of North Buncombe now, 1st and 10. As the Maroon Devils work the sticks here, Lillard joined in the backfield this time by McCullough, I believe, and that looks like it's offsides on North.
Went on the long count again, and that's going to cost them 5 more yards. They had a hard time. Swain had a hard time with that this week at practice. They did a lot of what Coach Holt calls up downs because he wanted them to be able to run this thing on a longer snap count rather than letting the defense get your rhythm. Mm-hmm. And boy, he and Coach Cook wore them out. And but they learned their lesson, and they're trying to incorporate that into their offense so defenses just can't tee off on them.
Well, that paid dividends there.
Yep.
Lillard with the ball up the middle, dives through, is commit, and taken backwards. And now is he down, or are we just going to let it go?
Now, before they said he was down up there, and they got a spot up there, somebody does, of where he got turned back. But, earlier they said when he was coming backwards like that he couldn't pitch that ball back to Winchester.
Where's the spot going to be? The 24, I believe.
2nd and about 1.
So he did get his forward progress out of that.
Yeah, he
even
did.
though they threw him backwards and the play continued on.
Yeah.
If that continues on, then he should have got credit for the toss-back touchdown in the second quarter.
Because I've not seen anybody signal it dead. Somebody's got to blow a whistle and signal it dead at that point.
Lillard and McCullough in the backfield with Winchester now. 2nd and 1. It's McCullough. He's straight ahead. Good running.
First down.
For a first down.
To the 20.
By the sophomore, and it'll be Maroon Devils into the red zone here.
I like the energy of the running backs. And he's running a lot of them in and out of there, trying to spell them, but he wants to make sure they know what they're doing and understand this offense.
Well, so far so good in Sherman Holt's opening stanza here. The Maroon Devils lead it 6-0 and are on the move again in the opening drive of the second half, and so far have taken about 6 minutes off the clock as we're at 7 and counting here in the third period of play. They come set, send Bogdanovich in motion. He goes to the other side, sets himself now, and here comes Lillard again around the edge. He's trying to make the corner. Horse collar all over the place there, no call. And Lillard's perplexed by that as he got thrown down from behind.
Yeah, I guess they let you grab the jersey. I don't know if you grab the shoulder pads, and I don't know how they can see that, whether they can determine. But when they're coming from behind like that and reach and grab you,
it's a loss of about 3.
Yeah.
And the Maroon Devils behind the sticks now, 2nd and 13 from inside the red zone, if you will, of North Buncombe. And they break huddle again. It's still McCullough and Lillard in the backfield as Collins is getting her breather on this series. A straight set with Bogdanovich on the line and now in motion.
There's your option look with the pass off of it. Uh-oh.
He caught by the Blackhawks, but he's out of bounds.
Yeah.
And 2 Maroon Devils are down. That's Lillard and Bogdanovich as they both ended up in the vicinity. And there's a flag on the play.
I believe it's going to be if it's either holding or an eligible receiver. I saw a lineman downfield, and I'm not real sure what he was doing down there. It's one of the offensive linemen. He was down there where the ball was being trying to be caught. And,
that's what it is. And once again, a promising drive stalling out for the Maroon Devils thanks to a penalty and a broken play there this time. And now they're way behind the sticks They will get the down over at least. It'll be 2nd and 18 maybe.
A bunch, yeah. Man, it's just these are the kind of gremlins that bite you early in the season, and it's got to be cleaned up. Coach Holt knows it. He works on it every day with them at practice. It's just all of it's got to be cleaned up.
So Maroon Devils come set now. Jenkins in motion again to the opposite side. It'll be Winchester spins free, but he's spilled down out there by Alex Rash. Another negative play for the Maroon Devils, who now face 3rd and 21 after a promising drive start. The Maroon Devils are stalling out in a big way here.
Well, I do know, after watching them practice, that they have a reverse pass that'd be perfect right here. I don't know if they're going to run it. They may not run it, but I always like to run some kind of trick play like that in this type of situation. At least people have to worry about it on film when they watch it. So you always got to have a couple of 3 of them every week, make them different, make them unique.
Well, it is McCullough and Lillard in the backfield. Still 3rd and 21 for the Maroon Devils. And that's movement all over the place.
That's on us. Yeah, it's a false start.
So another.
I think they may have been trying to long count them right there, and everybody jumped.
Well, a promising drive here, and we've shot ourselves in the foot.
We sure have. We sure have, and that's something that Coach Holt, he can't contemplate on it right now. He can't worry about that right now. He's got to find a way to win this thing. He and Coach Cook, they're not going to take off their foot off the pedal, but at the same time, that will have to be cleaned up, and he knows it.
Well, on the positive side, the Maroon Devils have the ball, the clock's running, they have the lead. So there's positives in that time's coming off, and they're ahead in this ball game. So that's plus news. And now we got another whistle. Delay a game.
Maybe.
Another flag on the play.
Let's see what we got. Maroon Devils more than making up for penalties here on this drive.
Man.
North Buncombe had 8 in the first half, Maroon Devils 2, but we've had several in a row here now.
Yeah, this is not pretty. This is where you've got to get your composure back. We've got to get play call. We got to get we got to keep linemen from getting downfield on pass plays.
There's nothing in the playbook for 3rd and 31.
No, there is not, except for Murphy, and they run a trap right here. Yeah, run a fullback trap.
So here it is, 3rd and 31. Maroon Devils come set now, and hopefully we'll get a playoff this time. It's Winchester dropping back. He's got some time. He throws it out. He's got a man open. Bogdanovich catches it. He's got a first down inside the 10.
He has got the first down. What a play.
The Maroon Devils cashing in after what looked like disaster.
It did.
3rd and 31, and Reese Winchester finds Nathan Bogdanovich open and hits him in stride for a gain down to the 7.
It's been a long time since I've seen that.
So a huge gain of 34 yards for Bogdanovich and Winchester.
That is great.
And now the Maroon Devils 1st and goal from the 7. We had this situation to end the second quarter and ran out of time. That will not be a problem this time.
They're going to play a little bit more of zone coverage down here now. We caught them in man on that last one because they were trying to blitz.
That's Lillard with some tough running, spins off the initial hit and gets a yard out of it before he spilled down out there. And so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 6. McCullough is still in the game. Collins is still out.
We got the important thing right here is now they're changing personnel just a little bit right here on defensively, and they're bringing in an extra linebacker right here, that number 10. And they're going to walk him up, and he's going to try to take care of anything in the middle of the field.
So Maroon Devils set now. Action right in front of you. Here comes McCullough off the block. He's in. Touchdown, Devils.
Touchdown, Maroon Devils.
Kellen McCullough with his first career touchdown.
Great.
On a 6-yard run for the Maroon Devils. No flags on the play. And
that's a change.
No whistles blown.
Yeah.
So it should be a touchdown. The ball spotted on the 3 for the extra point. Maroon Devils have punched it in to cap off this impressive drive of the first quarter with 3 minutes left. So they took over 9 minutes off the clock with the football and the lead.
Yeah, I like that young man's energy. If you watch him practice, he practices like he's playing right now. He practices like his hair's on fire. He has a good time. He's got a good look on his face, and he's running around everywhere he goes. He's going to get it again.
Same play for two, and he's got it. So the Maroon Devils now on top, 14-0, with 3:31 remaining in the third period of play.
That's great.
Hey Maroon Nation, my name is Erin Jenkins and I'm an alumni of Swain High and also the Maroon Devils Network. The network you're watching right now helped me chase my dreams and get my start in broadcast journalism. From weekly interviews with Coach B to hosting game day specials and even getting to sit down with some of Swain High's greatest football legends.
History of the Maroon Machine.
All of things helped get me to WNCT 9 on your side in Greenville, North Carolina as an on-air news reporter. Right now, you can help other students just like me to chase their dreams by liking, subscribing, and sharing the Maroon Devils Network. As always, go Big Maroon!
Maroon Devils set to kick it off now. It'll be Riley Winchester again drawing the duty. In the Smoky Cherokee game, it's Smoky 23, Cherokee 0 now, and Robbinsville has tied things up over at Asheville 14-all as they are late in the third quarter, and I did not find a score on the Franklin Murphy game. Thanks for joining us here on the Maroon Devils Network. It's been a good Friday night so far. The Maroon Devils 14-0 lead now with 3 minutes left to go. In the third period of play, the defense will go to work for the first time in the second half, and that's a flip-flop of the first quarter.
Exactly.
Where the Blackhawks controlled the whole first quarter, but the Maroon Devils kept them off the board, Coach.
Yeah, they did, and, we've not been tackling well. We've not been getting off of blocks well, but we've got to do a better job of that, and we're going to see in this part of the half whether we can do it or not. Good tackle over there.
Well, the Maroon Devils may not have a great kicking game in terms of length, but they've got a good game plan. They kick it over there, that guy, and then swarm him, and it's worked real well.
Yeah, and it's, after talking to Coach Holt and the coaches about it, it's one of those things that, they plan on only having to defend half the field. Mm-hmm. And by doing that, unless you can kick the darn thing in the end zone or put it right down there on the 5-yard line every time, you got to come up with a game plan like that. So he's utilizing his kickers the best way he knows how.
So the Maroon Devil defense back on the field now, looking to keep the Blackhawks off the board. It'll be traditional wing set for the Blackhawks here as they open this quarter.
Going to run a blitz with Swain. Got to get after him. Got to get after him out here on the edge. All right. Good pass, good catch, good open field tackle.
Lillard on the tackle of Johnson on the completion. The second receiver was open, and he was able to turn and find him there.
Yeah.
And we've got some fresh cavalry coming in into the secondary now.
We got some. We're swapping up corners right here just for a minute. Because of some of the coverages that he likes to play. He likes personnel. He likes to move them in and out. Run that double isolation again. Just trying to pound it at us.
Grady Lewis, Brandon Frost in there on the tackle. Also joining them, number 58, Ashton Ball. And we've got an injured Blackhawk. Looks like the running back may have got injured on that play. Got up to the 44. And he's going to make his way off. And so the Blackhawks will have 2nd and 6 as they look to move the ball.
Yep.
They've really not had successful drive since the first quarter.
Okay, yeah, and we may see a little different look out of Coach Holt right here from his personnel that he's putting in there. And what I mean by that is he's not going to change fundamentally what he's doing up there, but he's going to add some different looks up front. Yeah, here we go. what you're going to see now is of coming off tackle right there and to stop that type of play to the weak side. What Coach Hope knows about this program over here at North Buncombe is what they're trying to do offensively and almost in sequence the plays that they like to run. And they have certain particular plays to the open side without the tight end. Then they have certain plays to the tight end. So he likes the personnel changes against different things that he feels like North Buncombe's going to try to do.
Frost and Swain on the tackle there for no gain, and it'll be third and I guess he got a yard or two, so 3rd and 2 or 3.
Being right there, Swain did a great job right there. He's been overrunning that play earlier. He was having a hard time getting off blocks, and there again, he piles it up in there this time by taking his body and just putting it in there where he knows that ball's going. He doesn't have to even see the ball. He knows that's where it's at.
And that was Weichel helping out on that. Cole Weichel assisting on the stop of Swain, who's in the middle. He plays middle linebacker in the Maroon Devils 4-3. And he's flanked now by Weichel and Lucas Sutton out there on the linebacking crew.
Yeah.
And they've got McCullough and Shiloh Woodson at corners now. So they got fresh corners in the game. And the Blackhawks will face a 4th and 5 here and go for it from their own territory. 36 seconds left in the 3rd period of play.
Back in the backfield. There he goes. They got a pick play on the inside. It's incomplete.
The pressure that they put on, there's no way he could get that complete. I didn't get the number.
Yeah, they got after him, and they also picked the outside linebacker with their wide receiver. He came in there just like a basketball pick and wasn't letting him get out. It was just almost like he was blocking him to keep him from getting out there and running with that back.
Well, it'll be 1st and 10 Maroon Devils from Blackhawk territory. We're 28 seconds left in the 3rd period of play, and the Maroon Devils will take over in good shape right here, Coach, and you got to keep your foot on the accelerator.
That's exact words I was fixing to say. Coach Holtz over there right now, he and Coach Cook, and they're talking about we've got to put it on them now. We can't play with a 14-point lead. We've got to go, and we got to go now. Try to get to the end zone.
So different look for the Maroon Devils here as they split one of the backs out.
Yep, that's good. He's switching it up on them a little bit. There you go. Vertical routes, got an outside route, dumping it off to Lillard.
That's not going to go anywhere. Read nicely out there by Riley Ledford coming on strong to shut Lillard down. We got a flag over there coming out. Not sure what that's all about unless it's on Lillard.
I bet it is. Because Coach Holt's talking to him right now like he needs to be talked to when that kind of thing happens. He just cost his team, and that's what Coach Holt's trying to tell him.
I didn't see what happened. I'd looked away to find a number.
Yeah.
But obviously a flag from that sideline over there, and it must have been on Swain because, as you said, Coach Holt was quick to react, and now he's walked away, and we're going to get a penalty most likely on the Devils. 14 seconds left. We were 2nd and 13 following the play.
Yeah.
But this is probably going to move us back 15 more yards, unsportsmanlike on the Devils. So, yeah, that'll be a 15-yard penalty. And that is puts us behind the sticks again where we every time we've found ourselves in this spot, it's been of our own doing.
Yeah, it is. And Coach Holt's staff and himself, they're trying to get a handle on that. This right here is how you dig yourself into a hole, and you give your opponents some inspiration, and it takes a lot of wind out of your sails when this kind of thing starts happening.
Well, the clock's going to run out on this one if Coach Holt wants to. He's telling them to hold up and not snap the ball. So this is going to take us to the 4th period of play, Coach, with the Maroon Devils on top 14-0, and now facing a 2nd and 28 as we open the 4th quarter of play here from North Buncombe. We'll be back in just a few moments here on the Maroon Devils Network. Maroon Devils facing another long down and distance here, Coach. They converted on one earlier in this quarter. Now they have 2nd and 28. I believe the last time it was 3rd and 31 they converted on that. So let's see what they've got in the playbook for 2nd and 28.
Staying on the ground. Threw it away so he didn't get to take a loss. I believe they had a little bit of confusion in the backfield as to what was going on.
Couple of scores of interest while they do that. Franklin is up on Murphy 10-7 at the half. The Bulldogs stop the Panthers on 4th down deep in Murphy territory right at the half to thwart another score. And in Ray Kinsland Stadium, the Smoky Mountain Mustangs up 30-0 over Cherokee at the end of the 3rd quarter of play there. So trying to update you on stuff going on here in the conference. Asheville has scored at the end of the 3rd quarter. They're up 20-14 on the Black Knights. So 3rd and 28 still for the Maroon Devils. Be a good chance to get a good gain right here and flip the field a little bit maybe. There's a good run. Oh, almost broke free right
He
there.
did.
That's McCullough again.
McCullough again. Yep.
He got a big gainer, so like I was saying, it's nice to flip the field. So now punt will put it back in North Buncombe territory.
Maroon Devil 46-yard line.
We need to get a good snap right here and cover this thing.
It's Collins to punt.
Number 3, Josh Collins lines up to punt for the Maroon Devils.
And back deep, I believe, is number 4.
Yep. He's dangerous. We've only seen him touch one, but he looks like he's dangerous when he gets that ball in his
Good
hands.
snap, good punt, end over end, tough one to handle. He's got it on the run and met right away out there
By Winchester. Yes,
by
sir.
Riley Winchester and Graham on the tackle. Good job. I think he got maybe 1 out of that punt return. So 1st and 10 now for the Blackhawks from their own 28-yard line.
11 minutes left to go here too in the ball game. So we've got to take time. We got to make them drive it. We can't have
Absolutely.
any big plays right here. Coach Burrell, you know as well as I do. You cannot let them get in the open field and start running around or let them throw that thing up over your head. So it's just like it was at the beginning of the ball game right now.
After the first quarter, the Maroon Devil defense has really settled in here, Coach, and done a great job of holding the Blackhawks in check for the most part. But in complement with that, and you know that, the offense has done a good job keeping them off the field.
That's right. And we're going back to the wing T look. And that's the fullback trap right into the secondary.
Lillard and Lewis on the tackle, but not before a big gainer by Cameron Higgins, the fullback, and he takes himself out. And the Maroon Devils defense now looking to make a play here, 2nd and 4 or 3 for the Hawks. And like you said, they could use a quick score here to get themselves back in this thing.
That's right. And excuse me, we have to stay on our toes.
So under center is Gabe Banks, the senior quarterback. Standard wing T.
Isolation, we nailed it. Don't let him drive his feet.
Well, they blow the whistle and blow it dead. That's Luke Wire in there, gomming things up. And it'll be 3rd and 2 now after the 1-yard gain.
Yeah, we're doing a little better job not getting blown off the ball. And
I think you almost have to assume this is 2-down territory at this point in the ball game. They've got to get the first down and move the chains.
And with their offense, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me to see them jump back into that 2 tight ends. Well, here they are with 1 tight end and a full house backfield, so it doesn't surprise me. There's a quarterback. He may have got it. I believe he did.
He did. He plunged ahead and got it before Lewis corralled him out there, Grady Lewis. And he's got it up to the 39, and the Blackhawks got the first down they needed to keep the ball and keep on the move right here. But you got to figure it simply. They got to get more than 3 or 4 yards of play.
Yeah, it's got to be. We got to make them work. We got to make them work, and if it takes 7 minutes off the clock for them to drive it and we get it back and we can hang on the ball for 2 minutes, then it's a done deal. But we don't even want them we don't want to even be in that situation. Now they got the split back wing tee look, faked it, quarterback bootlegging. Should be tackled right there. We've got a holding call back here on them. 2 of them. Looks like somebody got drugged down. It's going to bring it back.
Good with that, just as long as they don't call a horse collar over there on that tackle, because we sure didn't get that a minute ago.
No, we didn't.
But a holding penalty, that'll move them back 10 from the flag. So it depends on which flag that we're going to take. The one that's furthest back would make the most sense for the Maroon Devils. So it'll go from the 36 to the 26, I assume, and give the Blackhawks a long down and distance.
Yeah, a long look.
Holding on the Blackhawks, which is 10 yards from the point of the foul.
Now we just got to keep putting the pressure on them, bend but don't break, and keep the ball in front of us, and do a better job of tackling in the open field. Young players sometimes they don't realize that they don't have to go get the football right now. The longer you can wait and make them come to you, the more help you're going to get.
Right. There's help on the way.
There's help on the way. Just don't go up there and take a shot and give him the rest of the field to run on.
So Blackhawks ball
Twins
first and 23, and they've twinned up over on this white side of the field
Yeah,
now.
Coach Holt right now knows what they're going to run, and there's the fullback right straight up into the middle linebacker.
And he got lit up pretty good that time by Swain and Lillard. LD Luquire in there on the tackle as well. So the Maroon Devils now second and 22 maybe on a 1-yard gain on first down. And, those plays just aren't popping for North Buncombe like they did in that first period. The first period they were making hay.
Yeah, they were, and we were a little bit on our heels. And I guarantee you, Coach McCarthy over there with Coach Holt has told them, you got to dig in. They're just coming right at us and knocking us off the ball and mixing in some trap plays, and they're going to run either a trap or an isolation right here. They're going to throw it, trying to throw it to that back.
He's hit right there. He caught it, and now he's coming back across field. He's got some move. He's going to get into open field, jumps a man, but falls down afterwards.
Yep.
So the Blackhawks make hay and get a first down on 2nd and 22.
Yep.
Converting like the Maroon Devils did.
Yep.
And that's their biggest play of the night, Coach.
It sure is. They threw it out there, and he made his way. And right now what we got to do is get our composure back. Just get our composure back. They're up here discussing something. And I'm like you. When they get together and start talking about stuff like that,
I start to worry.
I worry. I have you don't know what's going to come out of that kebab up there that they're brewing.
The Maroon Devil players wanted something because they've all lobbied every official out there, and they haven't done that all night. So something happened on that play that they didn't like much.
There's the buck sweep. Just hang on.
There you got him rolled up over there. Another flag. That's got to be on us for something, right?
Yeah, it has to be. I don't know what it's going to be. It's either going to be a face mask or something they're going to call. The head official threw the flag, so
face mask on Swain.
I didn't see that, but I'm not saying it wasn't there, but I didn't see it. But now there you go. That's hurting us. That's hurting us bad.
5-yard variety. So 1st and 5 after stopping him for a loss. And Blake Sain's getting an explanation from the official on something there.
Yeah.
As one of our captains, he, of course, can do that and talk to them. Now Reese is back there talking to them as well. So, as I said, they're doing a lot of discussing with officials on the defensive end. There's Gabe Lillard talking to one about something that's going on out there, apparently. I haven't seen anything necessarily, but it still revolves back to that long pass play that the Blackhawks reeled off, and this is a different set for them.
Double twins, single back, quarterback sneak.
And Nolan Fisher's in there on top of that, rolls up the center, and clogs things up. Lewis and who's in there, Bogdanovich, get that. Fisher's been a little bit gimped up out there, limping around. Let's see if he comes off. Yeah, he's coming off now for the Devils, so he'll take a breather. 2nd and 2 here.
6 minutes left to play. They're all getting their play call. Going back to the wing tee, look in the backfield. We're going to give them a split middle, hide the middle backer. Going to blitz off this edge. Up and in right there. Didn't get nothing out of that one.
Frost, Swain, and Bogdanovich over there along with Reese Winchester. A lot of group gang tackling by the Maroon Devil defense tonight.
We're doing a good job of getting to the football. Coach Holt and his staff, they run a pursuit drill once a week and try to get them to the proper angles and get them to understand how to get to the football. Get as many maroon helmets there as you can.
I think that's Ashton Ball in there now, 58, giving LD and it is giving LD and Nolan a breather. There's a fake.
Gonna try to throw this one. He's out here running now, and he dropped it. Quarterback just tried to flip it at the last second to a running back there, and got a flag. It's probably going to be a ineligible receiver. I don't know. We're going to see what this is.
It's on.
Ineligible. Yeah, anytime a quarterback scrambling like that, a lot of times them offensive linemen, if they see that, they'll break downfield and try to get a block. And then when he throws it, they're more than 3 yards down the field.
So 5-yard penalty that makes it 3rd and 8 for the Blackhawks as they'll get 3rd down over now. 5:17 when we resume play here. Maroon Devils still up 14-0 here in the season opener. And we appreciate you joining us here on the Maroon Devils Network.
Yeah, it's a matter now of biting your mouthpiece and dealing with this. You can see Blake Swain hiding himself in there behind that tackle. Straight drop and hang it up deep. Try to get 4 out there open.
He's out of bounds.
Yep, out of bounds. Yep.
Blackhawks wanted pass interference, but it looked like our guy was going for the ball.
He turned at the last second, and as long as your head is turned, you can go. It's a legal play.
So now
you look back.
Now it'll be 4th and 8 for North, and Maroon Devils defense needs a big stand right here.
They need a big stop right here.
They brought Johnson in at quarterback. No, check that. It's Rash at quarterback, number 3.
I'm going to run out of the gun this time. Going to run twins in here and single out to the boundary. We got to have some help out there to the boundary.
Bad snap.
He's down.
It's our ball.
That's our ball right
from
there.
From the 41.
Yeah. He's down once he hits his knees.
I was just wondering about that, having been under center most of the night and then going the center having to make a snap that he's not had to make all game.
All game into that gun. Yeah, it's difficult, and a lot of times some teams even switch centers.
Yeah.
You know, they'll bring another center in simply so he knows what his job is.
So 5:12 remaining in this ball game, and the Maroon Devils have the ball back. Nolan Fisher is again leaving the field. He's being pulled out, so someone is in at the guard position for him. We'll try to get a number on that for you and let you know who it is if we can. The Maroon Devils in their traditional set now. And that's going to be McCullough again. He cuts, finds a man, bounces off of him, but doesn't get very far.
Yeah,
as you said, a lot of energy coming out of McCullough tonight. Yep. Good running game for him as a sophomore, stepping in there doing yeoman work.
Yes, he is. And we've got a lot of them. They're doing some substituting right now simply because it's getting down that point in the ball game where fatigue plays a big part, and trying to keep fresh legs out there, giving these players a break somewhere along means something.
Well, as you say that, Josh Collins back in the ball game now. He's not taking a snap back there in the backfield most of the third quarter. It's been pretty much McCullough and Lillard, so he's back in the lineup now. And there's Lillard bounces it outside. He's got some room, makes a move, and he's on his feet. He's got one man to beat. The official helps him out with a pick, and now Lillard races across field. No flags on the play. Gabe Lillard, touchdown of 60 yards.
Just broke it open, got out there in that open field, and put on a show.
And we said all along that backfield is an explosive backfield with potential to do huge things this year, and that's an evidence of it.
Yeah.
The defense gets tired, same play, all of a sudden, boom. Ball pops outside, off to the races. And
Well,
both Lillard and Collins have speed to finish that.
You got to love this offense and what Coach Cook and Coach Hole are trying to do with it, and they've got more. Right now, it's just they're sticking with their fundamental stuff. They work on more stuff at practice already, but it's not refined enough. They're just running the stuff that they know, that these players know.
So Lanning will try the point after. We got a penalty on the play. Let's see what it is.
Maybe offsides on them. I don't know. It's according to how they lined up.
If it is, you kind of decline that, right?
Yeah, actually,
You
you
don't wanna mess
decline
your
it and you don't
kicker
move
up.
it. And actually, he's moving it. The official is, and we don't have to. We can decline it.
I think that's what they were talking about
Yeah,
right
Coach
there.
Holt's declining it right now.
Move it back to the 3, please.
Yeah. Why is he not letting him decline it? He's the head man saying he can't decline it. Yes, he can.
Well, Lanning has made his adjustment, so he's moved up.
I don't understand this.
Now he's
What
going to
is
give
he
it a
doing?
shot.
That official has lost his ever-loving mind.
And that one is good.
Yeah, thank goodness.
So
but
Brendan
now,
Lanning with his first extra point.
So with 4 minutes and 9 seconds.
That's going to give the Maroon Devils a 21-0 lead with 4 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in this one. We'll be back for the conclusion after this.
Number 22, Hayden Burnett.
It'll be Riley Winchester to kick it again, and why not? It's been successful all night, Coach.
yeah, he's if you watch right here as the ball's being kicked, you'll see them. They're going to switch it over to the left side this time, and they're going to try to bring it back around to the right-hand side.
And that's going to be up to the 36 before he's swarmed under by Maroon Devils. That's Weichel and McCullough, along with Shiloh Woodson out there on that tackle. And a good job by the Maroon Devils special teams.
Yeah, he's making the best of what he's got. They work on kicking the ball different directions and telling their players which way they got to cover it, numbering them that way. It's a whole new system for them, and they're trying to understand it.
Got Harley Wiggins into the interior line now, another big body for the Maroon Devils as they continue to rotate in that middle. He's in there with L.D. Luquire. Just trying to figure out depth at this issue to see if they can get something out of players, in a spot situation for a couple of plays, give them that experience.
That's what they're doing, and getting players in and out. They work a lot of different defensive linemen up there at times. His linebacking core, he tries to keep it kind of solidified out there because they have to kind of run the show from behind the scenes there.
That's Ashton Ball, number 58, along with Wiggins, 72, and L.D. Luquire, 79, in the interior, along with Nathan Bogdanovich there, 81. Blake Sains moving Wiggins around where he needs him, quarterbacking the defense from the middle linebacker spot. Blackhawks complete the pass for a gain of about 6 on first down. Now they'll try it again.
Run a
Good
blitz.
pressure, and
Yes,
down he
sir. There
goes.
it
That's Bogdanovich with
Yeah.
a sack, and he crushed him.
Yeah, good pressure by the linebacker, middle backer, Bassane, pushing upfield, and Bogdanovich coming off that edge at a great angle and understanding what his job was over there.
Back to the 35. It'll be 3rd and 11 now for the Blackhawks. And Wiggins back out. Back in is Grady Lewis again to join Ashton Ball out there. So good rotation in that interior. Lewis is bumped out to the defensive end position now. He had been playing interior, but he's bumped out to the defensive end. So I know you understand is better than anyone trying to get that flexibility so you can sub people, rest people.
That's exactly what they're trying to do, and they're trying to, like I said, keep fresh legs out there. Some of these guys are offensive linemen, but they have to come back out there and show up.
And they get to him again, heavy pressure, and he goes down, incomplete pass. And Blackhawks will have 4th down. They're going to punt it away rather than give the Marine Devils that field position with 2 minutes left to go. And so it'll be Josh Collins back deep for the Devils. He's going to be joined by Josiah Glaspie.
Jesse Cook lines up to punt for the Blackhawks.
And I'm not sure who the punter is. Is it 9 Cook?
I can't see his number from here, but
I think it's 9 Cook. He punted before.
yeah. Now right here, Coach Holt's telling those guys back there deep, don't handle it unless you have to, or call for a fair catch, which is exactly what Collins did right there. He signaled for a fair catch, and that just means that nothing weird happens with the football.
Maroon Devil ball, 1st and 10 from their own 36. We've got 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in this one. Maroon Devils get a 1st down, Coach, and I believe we can put the wrap on this thing.
Yeah, we can, and it's going to be one of those things that I don't think that the Black Hawk coaching staff will prolong it 21 points down. But you never know. You never know what he's got in mind. So I don't see us doing anything but running the football right at them.
Somebody's instructed to not let Nolan Fisher play.
Right.
He leaves the field mad again.
Well, he's bummed up a little bit over there, and they'll take care of that. They've got some linemen they've been working with, and they're going to put them out there.
That's
Good veer
Lillard
play.
again, pulling himself ahead for a big gainer right there.
Running just a regular inside veer out of the gun, blocking it, veer blocking it, and he's hugging it as tight as he can to get as much as he can.
And we're under 2 minutes and counting now, 1:53 remaining. Reminder, the Maroon Devils will have their home opener next week as they host Smoky Mountain, who beat Cherokee badly tonight. It was they shut Cherokee out. I think it's 36-0. So the Maroon Devils will face the Mustangs next week at home at Swain County Memorial Stadium. Hope you'll come out and check it out. If you're out of town, you can always make the Maroon Devils Network part of your viewing pleasure. Winchester on the
Some option look
cuts
right
it up,
here.
goes upfield.
Hang on that ball. Yep, 1st down.
Spins ahead for 1st down, and that really should do it for the Maroon Devils, as it's a minute 19, and they should be able to run the rest of the clock out should they want to.
Yeah, they'll run. They'll continue to run their offense. They're not going to, take a knee or anything right now. I think they'll just run offensive plays. They may just take a knee, but ordinarily at this point in time, you don't run anything fancy. You just run your offense. Here we are set. Yeah, standard set. We're going to run the ball right at them. But there we go.
Trying to get a number on that. It's McClellan.
McCullough
again.
back in there. And, my hat's off to Coach Holt and his staff. This is a great opener for them on the road. A tough place to come and play. But what he's trying to do is get these young men to put their best foot forward, as all coaches do, for the most part. And in some instances it works, and some, but he's going to coach them. I can tell you that, just like all the coaches that have been here before him. But
Maroon Devils don't have to run another play, so they're going to come away with a 21-0 win tonight in Coach Holt's first game. Congratulations to Coach Sherman Holt on victory number 1 of what we hope will be a magnificent career at Swain High School as he takes the first one under wing. We'll try to put some stats together for you here and let you know. Are we still on, Joe?
There we are. There we are. We're back on.
Just unplug it. Okay. All right, stats for the night. Gabe Lillard, 12 rushes, 129 yards, and a touchdown. Josh Collins had 8 carries for 44 yards. Reese Winchester, 9 carries for 6, and McCullough, 7 carries for 30. The Maroon Devils rushed for 209 yards, 272 total yards, limited the North Buncombe team to 68 yards on the ground on the night, and a lot of that, Coach, came in the first quarter of play. Maroon Devil defense stellar the rest of the night.
They really put on a show there after we settled down from that first quarter. And there again, the fundamental things are still there to work on. We're not good tacklers yet. We're not good at getting off blocks, but the intensity's there. These young men are playing hard. Both teams played hard, and it was very physical out there. But we've got to get these things in check, and Coach Holt knows that. They're not going to sit on their laurels, and he'll take the kids back in there, the coaching staff will. They'll brag on the things they did good, but they're going to work on the things that they did not do well.
Effective night for Reese Winchester in his first start at quarterback, 5 of 8 passing for 63 yards, including a huge 33-yard gain there on a 3rd and 31 the Maroon Devils faced that ended up getting them on the board for the second time in the game and allowing them to pull away just a little bit. So it's a big play by Reese. Good night for him. Good night in the backfield, the duo of Collins and Lillard. Doing 209 yards total rushing for the Maroon Devils on the night. So a good night all the way around for the Maroon Devils. And Coach Sherman Holt on win number 1 of what we hope will be a long and illustrious career at Swain. Next week, the Maroon Devils will host Smoky Mountain in the home opener. Make your way out to that one. It should be an exciting night for everybody involved. So if you can, come on out and be a part of it at Swain County Memorial Stadium. And if not, tune in at 7 o'clock as the Hall of Fame crew will be back with you next week. Gary Ayers will be back with the coach, and they'll bring you the play-by-play from the Maroon Devils Network. As always, it's a pleasure for us to be able to bring you these games in high definition.
Well, and I'm proud to be back and doing the ball game with you tonight, and my hat's off, and I'm proud of Coach Holt and what he's trying to do with these young people. Been proud of every coach here, that's been through this in Swain County, because it's different. The expectations are different, and he knows that. When he took the job, he understood all of that. That the monkey is on his back, and he's proud to wear it right now. And he's proud to be a Maroon Devil. He tells me that every time he sees me. He tells me that every time he sees these players. So it's going to be a battle for them. Their schedule's not easy, as you well know, and the folks have been looking at the schedule. It's going to be an uphill battle.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for us here from North Buncombe tonight. The Maroon Devils come out with a 21-0 win in the season opener, and make your way out next Friday night for the home opener against Smoky Mountain. We'll be back with you on Tuesday for volleyball action, so we'll see you then. Thanks for joining us here on the Maroon Devils Network.